Hello, everyone. Welcome to Q&A Day. Thanks for bearing with us as we moved it from Tuesday to today. We are here, 6 of us, 5 of us, learning to count. Ben was getting ready to host this, and his power went out. So I stepped in. Mommy's driving the bus. She's gonna run a tight ship. 2 minutes per question. No, I'm just kidding. Keep them concise.
There you go.
We'll be all right. We'll be all
Love
right.
time limits.
No, we're all good.
And then Brandon's on baby duty.
Brandon's on baby duty. Baby daddy on baby duty. Can't get out of that. Important work. Let me know if I don't know, whatever. The stream falls apart or something. First question, you guys ready to jump in?
Yeah.
Yes.
First question from, of course, Alexander Zirinov. Hello, allies. How long does it usually take to review a game, including playing the game, writing and editing the script, organizing footage, collaborating with the editor, etc.? Were there any reviews that took particularly long, or were done particularly fast?
Ooh.
I feel like it varies depending on the review. A lot.
Yeah,
of
it definitely varies. Because like I remember what Maquette. I think I played that in one day and then like did everything else the next.
Yeah.
Because that was a pretty short game. Actually, I'm trying to remember. Did I play that in the same day? Like it was definitely very fast. Like I got through that game and like had everything ready to go to edit. But I would say that the typical is like maybe a week for like an average action adventure game, and then like it could be 2 to 3 weeks for like an RPG.
Yeah.
But it sort of depends too on like what our own schedules and stuff are, right? Like East, like I've decided to pick up that review after, Ben had to jump over to a couple others, but at the same time, like I haven't even been able to really play that game for a week and a half. So you like just got back into it for like an hour last night. So I'm right at the end.
Yeah. I guess it depends how excited you are for the game too. Like Huber's probably going to beat RE8 in a sitting or two.
Oh yeah.
Right. Well,
Totally.
and the circumstances can kind of dictate that as well. Like I didn't even start on East until like weeks later, so like the urgency is kind of lost. Whereas if you get something early and you can hit that embargo, then it's just like, all right, let's do it.
It's go time.
That's so true. I mean, other things is like, as you said, you can do one really quickly, like Link's Awakening, because the game wasn't all that different from the original. So
yeah.
That was we didn't get that game early, but we still almost had the review out by release day, which was kind of funny. So that's very atypical though. But you're also right. Like sometimes it's the weirdest situations is when like maybe either someone else is on something and they have to switch off. Like Hyrule Warriors was definitely that was such a weird one because I streamed my full playthrough, but I didn't capture anything. Because I wasn't the one reviewing it, and then a week later, they're like, "Oh, can you just hop on it because you beat it?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, sure." Now I gotta go do all the capture. So that was like an out of order one. That was an interesting one. But man, they could take a long time. Like JRPGs. Breath of the Wild though, that was like a regiment for hitting that embargo.
Yeah. Do you remember how long you were playing?
It was like the day we got it. I set a schedule. It was like wake up by like 7 a.m. And then I had like basically did 2 shifts. I took a break to eat, and then I went to bed at a certain time and then like did it. And it was like over 6 days because we had 10 days, I think, to hit the embargo. So I got everything I needed to play done in 6 days and turned like it was like a day-ish and a half to turn the script around. And then Jones got that cut done in about a day and a half, 2 days. He had a little extra time, and that was the most intense, I would say, because it was like playing like 12, 15 hours a day.
Yeah, Witcher 3 was like that for me. That was the most intense.
That's insane.
Basically just like, that we were still at GT, and like I'm just like, I'm working from home this week.
Yeah.
And I will play until I fall asleep, and then I'll wake up and check emails and respond to emails, and then I will play until I fall asleep again. And like it didn't have anything to do with like when I should be going to bed, quote unquote bedtime. It's just like as long as I can keep my eyes open, and then I'll just sleep until I wake up. So
as far as cutting goes on my side, I might be the quickest one, but for me, I think average probably takes 4 or 5 hours to edit one. and the scripts vary in length. Like a 10 or 12 page script will take 6 or 7 hours probably, or 8. But like a 4 or 5, 6 page script could take 2 hours to 4 hours, you know. For me, I don't know about the other two.
Yeah.
I always get into trouble with multiplayer games and never know when to pull the cord. Have
Yeah,
I played
that's
enough?
Tricky
Right.
You
times.
know, I've won a bunch of matches, but have I actually played enough? That always gets tricky. But yeah, I think a week also. You guys were saying like a week.
Yeah.
I never do JRPGs. I imagine that would take 2 weeks. It seems like every game I review is between like 10 to 40 hours.
Bro, Dragon Quest 12. That's your
Yeah.
time to start.
Oh, seriously.
Thanks, Alexander. That was great. Moving on to the next question is from James Davey. Hi, allies. Firstly, I have to admit that the intro to the Gen That Was really reminds me of a Calvin Klein advert with the whispering. Also, shout out to that brilliant and eloquent maquette soundtrack. As for the question this month, what is your favorite British thing, person, or place? Personally, I find that Lee Evans is the funniest comedian I have ever seen in terms of the amount of times he's made me laugh and giggle uncontrollably. And I assume that this person is British because they said advert instead of commercial or ad. I
Love
really,
Great British Bake Off. Big fan.
Yeah. I mean,
Huge fan.
I like a lot of British stuff. I think
Same.
Sophia did university in London, and she always says that I have a very kind of British sense of humor. But like, I mean, I love the Prisoner from the '60s. I love Taskmaster from right now. I love Doctor Who. You know, so I guess TV. Like, so there's some good British TV. British
much.
sense of humor.
Gangs of London, bro.
I have not seen Gangs of London.
Yeah, it's funny because a couple of years ago, like I was basically just had cable thanks to my roommates, and it was an easier question to answer because I would watch BBC America a lot, and like right now I don't really have the access to that. But I'll cheat a little bit. Well, it's not really cheating. It's just you're not going to know it. But it's like I'm going to say Matt Mowat is my favorite British person. Is one of my old roommates.
Oh, okay. I'm like, I don't know if I know who that is.
Yeah, nobody would know who this person is. But yeah, he's an actor, and he moved back to London after he couldn't get his visa renewed. And then when I went out there to visit Codemasters in 2012, he gave me a quick little sightseeing tour while I was waiting to go back to the airport.
There's a really funny British quiz that they do that's like 2 hours long, and it's just a bunch of comedians, and they're not taking it very seriously. It's very funny. Chad's shouting out Misfits and
Shout out
Attack the
to
Block.
Stormzy. Stormzy is a 10 out of 10.
Patrick Stewart and Sir Ian McKellen.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
And their friendship is one of the most amazing things. They're like the most wholesome people I've ever seen.
Big fat quiz, yeah.
Like every time I see pictures of them together, it's amazing. Also, fish and chips is amazing. Tartar sauce, amazing. I know we didn't do it. We didn't do it justice.
Shut up about the tartar sauce.
We didn't do it justice, but you know, it's awesome. It's S tier. Don't worry.
Yeah, call out Mr. Bean. That's pretty great.
I like just
Yeah.
a dip of tartar sauce. You know, I don't
Oh, yeah.
like a full drench. I like just
Dude, so
just
good.
a
Oh yeah.
A little goes a long way, man.
yeah. But if you're like drenching it, it's a little too much.
You're not supposed to drench anything in anything, though. Really. Oh, exceptions.
Everything
like,
in moderation.
Enchilada style burrito. It's supposed to be wet. It's supposed to
Yeah,
be
it's
smothered in
supposed
it.
to be.
That's
Red or
supposed to be
green,
like that.
Damiani? Red or green?
Oh man, both are
Careful.
great. Just,
Judy
just
Drench.
Right
what
answer.
mood I'm in. What mood I'm in.
Oh,
Man.
James Bond.
Broadchurch was really good.
Broadchurch.
Yeah. 10 out of 10.
Season, yeah.
Heavy duty. 10 out of 10.
The Beatles, man. One of like the legendary bands
The
of all
Who?
There
time.
you go.
The what?
The Who, yeah.
Oh, the Who also?
Beatles.
Rolling Stones, man.
Yeah. That pause qualifies for long enough to move on. Next question from Mike Hook.
Oh.
Hi. Hi, Mike
Hey.
Hook.
Hello.
That was
Always
a
like
tough
a good
one.
high.
Yeah.
Unless Damiani, did you have something else you wanted to say? You missed
No,
a window. Okay. Vrun Kachwaha The game Season.
I say that name, BT Dubs, by the way. I say Varun Kajwaha just like randomly throughout the day. I love the name.
It's a wonderful name.
One of my favorite names.
I also really like Varun Kajwaha.
Ever.
And
10 out of 10.
I think it has like a Kajwaha, like a very light V on the W, but that's just maybe how I do. I don't know.
Love it.
They've told us how to say it, and I've forgotten probably. All right, Huber, you ready? I'm gonna read this.
I'm
question.
ready.
You ready to jump in and interrupt me with something else?
Ready to jump in.
All right, good. The game Season is what made me ask this question. It was a game I was very much looking forward to. It looked so wholesome. That was until I read the Game Informer article talking about how employees were shouted at and belittled. This game that made me feel happy to look at is something that has caused unhappiness for so many. And I don't know why, but this felt like it hurt quite a bit. Maybe because the feelings I got from the game contrasted with this. I made the decision not to buy it. It's the first time I've done this. My question is this. Would bad working practices ever make you give a lower score to a game? Would or have you avoided covering a game, because of this? Thank you. They said how to pronounce it right down here. Varun Kachwaha. Varun?
Yeah.
Varun.
Just go with
Yeah.
it. You usually pronounce it just fine. Varun Kachwaha.
Love it.
Varun. My whole worldview is
my
shook.
whole world.
I'm shook. I always said Varun.
Yeah, so multi-part question there. Let me address each part.
Yeah,
Would
have you
I
ever
give it a
scored
lower
lower?
score or anything? No,
Have you
I
ever
would
avoided?
always, if I were doing a review, specifically a review, I would try to like pull as much of that stuff out of my head as I can and just deal with the game as itself on its own merits. In terms of other conversations, I might want to have those conversations, but it's a case-by-case base. Like when you say, like, would you avoid covering a game? I think I would maybe be more, kind of like how they're saying, like, the anticipation dipped. I would just probably be less interested in covering it unless it's something that's like, this is just kind of unavoidable. But at the same time, like, even when you're talking about that story season in particular,
Yeah.
like, people that had given their stories and left that company were still like, we want to support our friends who are still there and who are making this game and want to see that game come out to be good and to be praised. And so it's very, it's difficult to try to boil a company down to what one bad manager or what management in general is doing when there are so many other, great people that are there and that are, sticking with that company, and not all just because they feel trapped or something.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the time, it matters how they address it. Like, if that person apologizes, does whatever, that's one thing. If they fire that person, that's another thing. Like, yeah, you got to take it case by case for sure. I mean, I don't review stuff, but yeah.
Yeah, it's I don't think it would ever affect a review. Maybe it could be put in a footnote or something. But yeah, like coverage, it's like keep covering the issue, I think. But stop covering like the press release stuff. I think there was like a recent example of people covering an issue and calling the company out for it, and then they turned around and started like just repurposing all their PR and marketing speak anyway. And it's like, oh, now you're giving the company free advertising as well. It's like it's gonna, you gotta draw a line somewhere. For me, the toughest one's always been, because I have friends who get really passionate about this one, but Koichi Sugiyama, the composer for Dragon Quest, like that is a really hard one, because even like Square Enix has tried to walk the line of denouncing them but still employing them and having to pay them because they're contractually bound. So it's like, no matter what you do, anytime you buy any kind of Dragon Quest content, you're supporting this war crime denier who's trying to rewrite his World War II history. And it's like, but like, it's a great game, and he's just one component that like a stupid contract keeps them getting paid. And it's like, man, this person's gonna die someday and then they won't be a problem, but like right now it's like, this guy's a problem. It's like, holy shit.
Right.
Well, and they made that, like the most recent one, how it came out with that awful MIDI thing. It's like, this dude's actively just making the game worse too. Like this would be it was way better when it was the orchestral, and when they finally eventually did that, it's just like, ugh.
Yeah, but you've raised an interesting point too, Damiani, to where like, even as an outlet, the bigger you are, like the less opportunity there is for everyone to be on the same page. Like, we could disagree on something, and one person wants to say something one way, and one person wants to do something else, and the larger an organization gets, the more that kind of like weird, those kind of conflicts kind of pop up and show up.
I think there's this subconscious part of me though that it does affect a review, because consciously I'm not gonna think like F that, I'm gonna review this game lower now. But like, I'm a human, so deep down, if I know a company is either sketch as hell or like really, really awesome, they treat their employees great, they have a really good energy and a vibe, like I'm gonna carry that energy into a review. Like the reviewer's tilt is a real thing, the minor fluctuation of a score just because of that human in that moment on that day, like that's a real thing, and I don't shy away from that.
Well, and it's weird too, because it's like you have to decide where you, even just being a consumer in capitalism, like you have to decide where you draw the line. Because a friend of mine was saying, who works for Amazon, as like a robotics thing, they're saying like they disagree so much with Amazon's practices that they're thinking of quitting and trying to find a different job because they can't like conscionably like be a part of it. And I was just like, yeah, I mean, it's kind of a rough thing, like living in capitalism. Like you have to be almost impossibly cautious to not fund evil somehow. Like, and no matter what, you're going to pay taxes. So like, like you can't get around it. To a certain extent, like
that's the horrible truth. You're right, Ian. So like, as long as it's capitalist, it's like you're in this. The system's rigged. You can't.
Yeah.
Like you can try your best, but at the end of the day, it's really just like for you to feel better. It's not really.
I just said
it's not enough. You got to change the system.
The way I think of it is like net positive. Like, if by the time you're dead, your presence in this universe was a net positive, you did all right. Like, because like
good place.
You're funding evil no matter what you do. You're destroying the planet just by existing because we're a blight upon the earth. But like net positive, like if you helped some people, if you made things better, that's it's what you should strive for. Like you'll never know really, but that's what you got to aim for. I think.
Endless paradox. This, just like the sun, the very thing that gives life to Earth will ultimately be the thing that destroys it in billions of years.
Yeah. Humans will be long gone by then. Thanks for Varun. Mike Cook. Oh, Mike Cook coming in with here we go. Actual question. Hi all. What event or place are you really looking forward to going to once the pandemic is fully over? Alamo Drafthouse.
Arclight Cinemas.
Asian karaoke. Private room karaoke.
Disneyland.
Oh, Disneyland, sure.
I think I said this before, but it might have been in our meeting, so nobody else saw it. But yeah, like, as soon as we're good to go, then I'm going to do quote unquote Christmas back at home.
Oh yeah, going
back to Florida. My mom is like not putting the tree down until we come.
The line is drawn.
That's so sweet. What?
Sick.
But yeah, like going back to Minneapolis to see my family for the first time in over a year, like that'll be hype.
Yeah.
I really want to go to either, if we're allowed to travel outside the U.S., even to like non-contiguous states, is like Hawaii, because I've never been to Hawaii. I'd like to go once.
Hawaii's dope.
And I'd like to go to Japan to go to Super Nintendo World.
Yeah.
Because we're not going to get here for a while.
Not for a while.
We're not getting here for a while, even here in LA. So I'm like, might as well just go and have some fun. If it's
I'm
safe.
sorry if I suddenly got loud. There's something outside.
You sound the same.
I hear nothing.
Good.
Yeah, nothing.
I feel nothing. Yeah, dude, I'm gonna do it all, man. I want to just be like a slutty
Nomad.
whore. Like I just want to like go dancing.
Nomad.
I want to just be out.
Wander the earth like Cain.
Yeah, dude.
Yes. Maybe Alaska too, just because it's like two
Alaska's
hardest
dope.
states to go to. Yeah.
Dude, Alaska rules. Yeah.
Have I hit every state? I think I might have been to every state.
Really? That's hard. Like,
Yeah.
I did tours and I still haven't hit every state.
I'd have to. Oh, I don't think I've hit the Northeast. I haven't been to like Maine. I haven't been up
Maine.
there. That's the only player.
Rhode Island.
Yeah, haven't hit Rhode
Oh,
Island.
I've been.
Yeah, New
I've been
England's
to all
really
the-
tricky. There's
That's
a
where
lot of small
Lightning Bolt
states.
came from.
I've been to all. I've been to all those when I was a kid, like the New Hampshire, Rhode Island,
Doesn't count.
Maine.
Doesn't
Well,
count.
We
You
had
gotta be
family lived in New
cognizant.
Hampshire, so I remember it.
Okay, it counts. It counts.
Yeah, it's not like
Okay,
I was like 8, 9, 10 years old. Yeah.
You gotta
I thought you were like a child, like a baby or something.
you gotta be old enough to sample. You gotta be old enough to sample the food of that state and be like, yeah, it's okay. It's I don't know. There's something just off about it.
I've
You know?
never been to the northern Midwest states, so like Minnesota, Wisconsin,
My old stomping
Michigan.
grounds.
I've been to
Yeah.
Pennsylvania. I've been to Ohio, but I haven't been
Minnesota's
Illinois,
dope, dude.
Indiana. I haven't been like to that stretch of the northern Midwest and the northern mid states. Like that's like just haven't been there.
Minneapolis
That's
is a nice town. Duluth is also a really nice town in Minnesota.
Duluth.
Duluth.
Duluth is on
Duluth.
fire.
And you gotta hit my hometown, St. Croix Falls.
It
And
makes me think
Taylor's
of
Falls.
Bluth.
Yeah,
Bluth,
Bluth.
like Arrested Development.
Save our Bluths.
There are dozens of us.
Rip to Jessica Walter. She was great. All right. Next cue. Sabine. Dear allies, if you had to choose a game and a partner for at least 4 to 5 hours, which game does each of you choose, and who from the allies will be either your co-host or co-player? Loved your 5-year anniversary streams. Love and respect, Sabine.
All right, I got it already. We're gonna track it down. I'm gonna find the last remaining F-Zero AX in Bloodworth. You're gonna be there. I'm gonna be there to watch the joy on Bloodworth's
yeah.
face playing F-Zero AX.
Did I say co-horse? I meant co-host.
Co-horse.
Co-horse. Who will be your co-horse?
I just want to play Shredder's Revenge with every ally. That's it. That's all I
Gotta
want in
pick
life.
Fun, yeah.
No, everyone. All 8. Hashtag all 8 allies. Shredder's Revenge.
What if it has
Actually
8
wanna-
players?
I don't know if any of them do. Do they?
Well, because it'd be the 4 turtles, and what if like
Dude,
April and
Splinter,
Splinter
you
and
gotta have
Casey
Splinter.
Jones? We just need
Gotta
have
'em.
You can make it work.
Turtles.
Gotta have them all, dude.
I actually really want to stream Wave Race Blue Storm with Dawn
Yes.
because I haven't played that game in a long time, and I
It's
want
been a
to
while since
pick
I
his
played
brain
Blue
about
Storm,
it.
yeah.
Blue Storm, dude.
I do most stuff with Don, so I guess I'll pick. Oh, you know what I want to do? I'm thinking back to when Huber and Damiani and I played Silent Hill 2 at the studio. I want to go through Shat Mems with Damiani and Huber.
Yeah.
Silent
Oh,
Hill
yeah.
Shattered
No, I've always
Memories.
wanted to play that too.
At the
I've got a
studio.
copy, but I haven't played it.
Oh, you should come too. That game is fantastic. Like, playing it is whatever, but like,
I was gonna say I remember playing that game and I got bored of it pretty
Oh,
fast.
for
but
sure. Like, I mean,
maybe I
like-
didn't give it a fair shake.
well, once you realize like that you're only in danger in the frozen zones, and otherwise, I'm getting a pimple. And
I guess
otherwise,
yeah. There's
you're,
no
like,
tension.
There's no tension,
lot.
but like the story is just super good. Maybe I cut myself.
Yeah, I definitely want to play more of It Takes Two with Jones.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Trying to find times to make that happen, but we got, so I was like, when are we gonna do that?
I just want to play Wave Race now. Shit, Brad.
Too bad. I'm doing it with Dawn.
Brad, you ever play this game called Splashdown on PS2?
That sounds familiar.
No, I don't think so.
Looks sick. Good reviews.
Were you looking up like jet
Come
ski
on,
games or
Jet
something?
ski games.
I'll take a $30
Well,
wave
I
race.
was looking at Blue Storm. I was like, dude, yeah, I never played Blue Storm either.
Such
And there's
cool
just
name.
there's a link. It says see also.
Oh,
Splashdown.
okay.
See also, dude.
See also.
Splashdown.
Love a good C also.
Yeah.
Oh man. All right. Thank you, Sabine or Sabine.
Sabine.
I think it's Sabine. JD Incinerator. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What would you like to see in Bully 2 if and when it ever gets a release? This
Oh,
is
no,
Jones
Jones.
bait. Jones isn't here.
I don't know.
Jones
I've
Bait.
never played Bully.
Oh yeah, I haven't played it.
I would love full on like scheduling Persona style. Like if you do this thing, if you go to this class, you can't hang out with that person. Like, this person wants to ditch class, you can ditch with them and go with it, or you can say no. I'm gonna stay in school.
How heavy does shit get in Bully? Like, are you
Good
doing
question.
drugs in it or anything like that?
I don't remember any
Drinking?
I don't remember any drugs.
Or are you just like beating up
There might
nerds
be
and throwing them in
drinking.
lockers?
Yeah, there's drinking for sure. I don't remember any like hard drugs.
It's Rockstar, so I didn't know.
Yeah. I don't know this.
I
I
don't-
never played Bully either, but I would love it if you have to solve like a murder, like in Brick.
It's a murder mystery.
You like get embroiled in a murder mystery.
I'd love to like stats like San Andreas style. Always love that, like eating,
Pumping iron.
pumping iron and stuff. Yeah,
Or getting like a part-time job or something.
part-time job. Just a
Sure,
ton,
yeah.
a ton of mini games. Also, let me
Get to
play
work at like some
every
pretzel stand somewhere.
like every schoolyard game better be playable. Hopscotch, dodgeball, handball, basketball,
Tetherball.
every kind of ball game. Yeah,
Love that. Any other thoughts on that one?
need Jones.
Yeah, we need Jones.
Missing
That's a
Jones,
long
yeah.
enough pause to qualify to move on. Thank you. Sage Mode Q. Hey, allies, congrats on EZA 21, EZX 21. What a huge success. So happy to be part of this community and able to support you guys. Here's to another 5 years of EZA. And now for my question. Since we were already on the subject, what are some of the allies' proudest accomplishments in terms of things you've done for EZA? It could be a review or a show you've helped develop, or even just a really fun stream that you're proud of. Anything would work. Eternal love and respect. Sage Mode Q. Thing you're most proud of that you've done for
Yeah.
EZ allies.
The E3 streams,
Yeah, E3 is
Oh,
always
like-
crazy.
the combined effort.
It's
to-
demanding.
Like from planning to like realization, especially the studio one, our one and only studio E3, was like pretty insane how it was pulled off.
Yeah.
Man, I have a lot of stuff I'm proud of. My son, yeah, Chief among us. Mysterious Monster, just starting Mysterious that we
Monsters.
made Mysterious Monsters. I love that show, and I'm anxious to get back at it and do
Yeah.
more of it.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's just really fantastic. But I mean, like proud of a lot of it.
Yeah,
Streams
it's
and
funny because
shows.
some of the stuff that comes to mind is either from like way back when we first started or from just last year. So I was like, okay, the Ori interview, I really liked how that came out. The TurboGrafx 16 Dirt Skip, I liked how that came out. The part I did in the Deus Ex retrospective, I really enjoyed doing. The freaking Dark Souls costume.
Yeah, I was gonna say I was proud of beating you in the bets, so you had to wear that. That was fun.
This should be split with Don because I couldn't do it without him. But Syndrome,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
like there are times when it is the last thing I want to do on this earth is do a Syndrome and muster that energy and enthusiasm. Roller coaster ride of every single week. Got to get one out, but like just collaborating with like Don has helped me through it so much. So shout out to Don
Yeah.
and just like helping me.
The
do
live
Syndromes. And Blood as well. Shout out to Blood as well because he schedules
Yeah.
all that shit and pokes
Yep,
me.
yep,
and
yep, yep.
So
the live shows that we pulled off were pretty fun.
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
I know they're not everybody's cup of tea, but I had a lot of fun.
Yeah. A lot of work though. Really happy with like the works I did on retros. Like writing and capturing all of the Souls retro was an insane amount of work for me, but I'm really happy I did it.
hell yeah.
Love it. Love it. Anything else anybody's proud of, or should
I was happy I didn't pump the brakes and I gave the Evil Within 2 a 4.5 stars out of 5 that it rightfully,
Yeah,
that it
dude.
rightfully deserves.
Fuck up, dude.
Yeah.
Give it the score.
Yeah.
Give it the score.
I'm proud of you too, man. All right, thanks, Sage Mode Q. Mr. Pants What are your thoughts on the ASMR ear licking streams on Twitch? Are they literally licking ears?
Oh.
Yeah, they're probably just doing that.
No.
I mean,
skip.
No,
ASMR,
yeah, I'm good.
Skip.
ASMR
I mean-
not for me, but I'm all about it existing. Like, do what you want, you know?
Yeah, sure, but like,
It's one of those
I
things
don't
like it's so not for me. Like I don't have an opinion on it because I haven't watched it. So it's like,
I get it. Like, it can definitely be, like, interesting or sexy or whatever, but, like...
Chad has said my late night streams have an ASMR vibe. Does
Oh.
ASMR always need to be sexual in nature or no?
It's almost never sexual in nature. A lot of it...
no,
well, it,
yeah, it's just
it rides the edge, I think. But
Got it. Okay.
I think in its basic...
There's
in
a
its
certain
most basic
stimulation,
form...
but I wouldn't call it sexual necessarily.
Right.
Sexual humor streams, dude.
In its most basic form, it's just trying to
Dude.
stimulate that, like...
Sell it like that, man.
Yeah.
That like tingle down your back that goes into your butt cheeks,
Yeah.
that kind of a thing.
Yeah, it's it's. Have you ever had somebody, Hubert? Have you ever had somebody do that thing with their hand where they like make it feel like there's an egg going across your head?
No.
No.
I'm doing that to you next time we see you.
I've done virtual barbershop and all that from like decades ago. The like
What?
creepy.
Oh,
Have you ever
dude, I
listened?
remember that video.
Dude, virtual barbershop's awesome.
Yeah,
Hell is virtual
legendary.
barbershop?
It's an
If-
old video.
It's an old video where if you listen to it, it's like you're getting your hair cut.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Dude, it
So
messes with your brain.
essentially what
Similar
it is.
thing.
Yeah,
It's
essentially
that.
what it is.
That's
but it's
ASMR,
just-
dude. That's
Yeah, yeah.
ASMR.
The original, dude.
Yeah, virtual barbershop is like the origin, I feel like.
That's ASMR. That's like what it is.
cool.
Binaural audio. Yeah. My mom used to do this thing where she would take her nails, and like do the joke of like, oh, you got some. There's like a bug in your hair, and she would like click her nails, and it feels like she's popping a bug. It's like super gross.
Whoa.
She would do it to like gross us out as kids. It was funny, but she would always do the egg thing too, or the brain sucker, and then you go, oh, it's starved, and then it falls off. Anyway, thanks, Mr. Pants. Richard G. Flowers, who I once wrote a song about as a swords reward. It's a weird song, but I really like it. Real simple. Choose your superhero. Budget Batman. It's Batman, but he can't afford anything. Or Slinky Superman. It's Superman, but he has the physics of Far Cry 3. Enjoy.
Far Cry
Richard.
3.
That's a very specific example. I can't
Wow.
Yeah, I'm trying to
remember.
remember. They must have like bragged all around a lot in Far Cry 3.
Can our budget Batman just be Nick Cage, like from Kick-Ass?
I mean, it
That's what-
basically
Yeah,
is.
I feel like that's what that is.
What,
right?
yeah, what was his name in it? I forgot his costume. It was like
the owl.
Daddy or like Big Daddy or some shit.
Might be Big
Yeah.
Daddy. I think you're right.
I think you're right.
Kryptonite!
Kryptonite!
That's like all I remember from that movie.
So funny, dude.
Well, Budget
Dying.
Batman is also like just like the Punisher, like Rorschach.
Yeah.
He's just
Yeah.
a dude
Dude,
out there beating people
but-
up.
In The Dark Knight, there's that Budget Batman at the beginning. You remember,
Oh,
Hubert?
yeah.
You know, we're in hockey pads.
I'm not wearing hockey
What's the
pants.
difference between you and me? It's like that guy.
Yeah.
I'm not
wearing hockey
All right, I'm picking that guy.
Budget Batman. Yeah, I'm all about Budget Batman.
Yeah, Budget Batman, for sure.
And if he finds a way to monetize, then hey, who knows?
But that's the thing. There's no way to monetize that. Like you just gotta.
He's like an
You gotta
Avenger. They
have
don't
some
get paid,
side hustle.
apparently.
Yeah.
All right. Next. Cesar Villa. Hello, allies. This will be an interactive question for all of you able and willing to play along. If none of you are able or willing, happy Tuesday and stay healthy. Thursday now.
Nervous,
We moved
okay.
it, yeah.
Yeah.
What a setup.
I'm scared.
Yeah, woo! What's gonna happen? I don't read these beforehand. Maybe I should. If you have your Switch at arm's reach, please grab it. Take it out of standby mode. Go all the way to the right on the games section and press the A button to access your full library. Then press R and select Load by Time of Use or something of the sort. I have my Switch set to Spanish, so I'm guessing in the actual option. And then just tell us what are the top 3 games. Oh, that's fun. I got that.
I could do that, I guess. Mine's really close.
I can see about that, but it might take me a minute.
I just gotta
You
pull
mute my mic and go
Switch
find
out.
it.
All right.
All right.
Bootin'.
Gotta drink my swamp water, you know? Love that swamp. Shrekking it up. Alright, let's see. all the way to the right. You can just go left too. Pro tip.
Total playtime?
By total playtime, yeah.
Okay, I got it.
My Switch broke, dude. My Joy-Con is just like can come right off. You don't have to push the button.
Oh no.
Oh no. A whole nother level of Joy-Con
We gotta buy
drift.
fucking Huber a Switch too.
Look at that. It just pops right off. Just
I mean, we just.
Well,
Oh wait, the side of the Switch is busted.
that's fine.
yeah, just this like you don't have to push the button. It just so every time I'm playing handheld.
Oh, the Joy-Con's broken.
Yeah, just
Get
get
a
a
new
new Joy-Con, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
get a
I've
Joy-Con.
bought like 7. Well, that's not possible. I've bought like 8 new Joy-Cons. Anyway, my
Alright,
top
so you go
3.
all the way to the right and push what? A?
Or just left once. Push
Go
A.
all the way to the right. It says like view all software.
Go to your library and then just do sort by total playtime.
Yeah.
Oh, I see what you're doing.
Yeah.
I don't have that.
All
Button.
right.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, you do.
Nah.
Yes, you do. Huber.
All right, Huber.
Go to your library. On the far
All the way to
end.
the, like on the main menu, Huber.
Yeah.
All the way to the right.
It's blank.
Just want to see.
Huber, for God's sake.
Blank.
Go to your menu. Hit home,
Home. Okay.
It looked like his menu, but I don't
Yeah.
understand what's happening.
and then
Told
hit
you,
left
dude.
one
You guys
time.
don't freaking believe me. Look at it.
We
Look,
don't believe
keep
anything
going.
you say.
Left. There you go. Blank.
All right, keep going to the left then. Maybe you just haven't played enough games on your Switch.
Yeah, I don't
No,
play this
not,
thing.
Not go left. Well,
Well, if you go left once, it takes you to the library.
it's all software, right?
There you go.
This is just all he ever had installed on his fucking
That's
Switch.
it. That's all I
Huber's
have.
not a gamer.
Huber, you have 3 games in your Switch. This is
I know,
incredible.
Now you
I've-
can never
Well, what
review
are
a
they?
Nintendo game.
Well, I've got
What are they?
over there. I have hard copies.
Oh, okay. I mean,
Of
so do I
Odyssey
though.
But they would
and
still show up there.
It
That's
would-
the
it should
thing.
still show up.
Wild.
Can you?
Okay, Breath of the Wild's probably number 1 for you.
This is funny because it's like I've got all these stupid codes, so it just goes for effort.
Yeah, mine is huge too. I think you can also find this maybe in your profile, Huber.
It shows your 10 most recent or something. I don't
Oh.
think it shows. But I like the thing is I play on my Switch Lite and Switch normal, so the times are a little.
You guys are making this so complicated.
I know.
It is because
Just give
no,
us some numbers, damn it.
Huber, what are the 3 games you have on your Switch?
Smash, Monster Hunter, and 3D World.
All right, that seems about right.
There you go.
Okay.
Brad, what
All
do
right,
you
yeah,
got?
why don't you
Bowser's
go ahead?
Fury.
Mine are I've got Animal Crossing New Horizons number 1, Zelda Breath of the Wild number 2, Fire Emblem 3 Houses number 3, and then Mario Maker 2.
There's
Yeah,
no question in my mind that Zelda and Odyssey are my most played
your-
Switch games.
yeah.
There's no
Yeah,
question
yeah,
about it.
Yeah, my top 3 are Animal Crossing, Breath of the Wild, and Splatoon 2.
Oh.
Ooh,
Which is surprising because I haven't played Splatoon 2 forever, but I played it enough back then for it to
Isn't
still
that-
be up
Yeah.
there.
Isn't that crazy? Bloodworth, that's like the Division 2 for a lot of people. For their PlayStation numbers. So many people were like, dude, I haven't played this game in months, but it was my number 1 like played on PlayStation that year. Just like a quick 100 hours. Bam.
Brad, what are
Alright.
yours?
Number 1, Breath of the Wild. Number 2, Xenoblade Chronicles 2. And number 3 is Bravely Default 2.
Nice.
All
Damiani.
massive games.
JRPG.
All right. So according to this, I guess they are synced. Breath of the Wild is number 1. Fire Emblem 3 Houses is number 2. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is number 3, and it is 140 hours for Fire Emblem. 105 hours for Smash Brothers, and I think Breath of the Wild's like 150 or something.
Nice. Dirty Pajama, we haven't been shooting in the studio because to test weekly it would cost us minimum $800, maybe double that a week, which we can't afford. And it's just not safe.
Sorry, 165 hours for Breath of the Wild.
There you go.
But once we're vaxxed up, we'll be back.
Correct.
All right, thank you, Cesar. That was actually really fun. I liked that. Next, Q. Kingsley wants to know, Ayo, allies, how does it feel to be the best entertainment media outlet in all of the internet? Keep that
Oh,
fucking
shit.
chicken. What?
What? Keep that chicken?
something about having sex with a chicken, you beautiful sons of bitches. I don't know what the fuck they're talking about. But we are the best. Thanks. It feels great.
Thank you.
Ulf himself, not to jinx anything, but it feels like getting back to the studio is finally within sights. What are the 5 local multiplayer-only games you really want to play together when that happens? Games that haven't been possible to play during work from home. Ooh, good question.
Huber.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
mean,
there's gonna be like a lot of
Rage
beat 'em
for
ups.
sure, yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
I only want to play Shredder's Revenge.
I only want to play with you.
That's not out yet, though, is it?
No.
Is that the new one coming out?
We'll
Yeah.
play Streets of Rage 4 if it's not out yet.
Well, we're gonna play Streets of Rage 4 regardless.
Yes,
Yeah.
Bloodworth.
It's not that long, dude.
Oh my God.
I realized the other day that once we're vaccinated, we could like hug people again, and I like
Right.
almost started crying because I like haven't hugged anyone besides my girlfriend in more than a year. I feel like we've like hundreds of these have come up over the last year.
Yeah.
We're like, oh, if only we were in person. Oh.
Yeah, I
Random-
I have a list of all the stuff that's come out, and so I was, I planning to go back through and just like make a list of like all the local co-op games we haven't played yet.
I hugged my
The funny thing
girlfriend.
is once we do that, it's gonna be tricky to figure out all the games that we have been playing because we've gotten so used to like using our home setups. It's like, oh yeah, all these PC games. I guess maybe sometimes we will still stream from home. I don't know.
Yeah.
Hmm. I want a random game, but I want to play Screen Sheet again.
Oh yeah,
I think that game's super fun.
yeah, that's perfect for local. Yep. Mario
It's-
parties too.
Well, and it's funny, like the ones I think about are not strictly multiplayer games. It's just like those vibes, like talking
Yeah.
about streaming Shattered Memories before, or like that obscure game Huber that
Yeah.
Sophia and I
Yeah.
played a long time ago. Like I think that it would be
Yeah.
such a fun time to just like, yeah, man.
I know Damiani's probably not going to be down, but I'm just going to force him to anyway. Split screen Fortnite, dude. Split screen.
Why is
I
split screen?
Yep, I need the vibes. I need the vibes of split screen competitive multiplayer.
Dude, I realized Damiani's taken over a lot of the hits for me now in co-op games.
Yeah, dude, Damiani is in
And
the
I'm okay with
lion's
it.
den, bro.
Sorry, dude.
Throwing him to the wolves,
Yeah,
dude.
Kane Lynch is next for you, dude.
Yep,
Get
Kane
ready.
and Lynch, Damiani.
Games.
Damiani, where do you stand on Army of Two?
Oh shit.
Why are you doing
God.
this?
Damiani,
Huber,
run!
why are you doing
Run!
this? Oh no.
New Pokemon Snap though, yes.
Yeah.
Benefited a
Oh,
few
yeah,
people
yeah.
in
Yeah, that's a good
oh
one.
my god, like I'm so bummed
Dude,
we won't
someone
get to do
brought
that.
up GoldenEye, and I want a GoldenEye stream
heck
now.
yeah.
Damn.
Oh yeah, that leak thing. Makes
Or
me
just
nervous, but
classic
yeah.
GoldenEye.
Oh yeah.
Great
that too.
cue, great cue.
That'll be
RF
fun.
Switch.
That'll be fun. We'll make sure to put a big old list together. For
Yeah,
that.
oh yeah. I mean, Easy Living, dude.
Slappers
it-
only.
Like, we'll probably have to do it later than usual because of everything, but like, if we ever do Easy Living again, like, oh my god, that's gonna be crazy. Probably would just do it from the studio though. RF Switch, what are your favorite memories involving pets and companion animals? Mine has to be when my cat Themis, sorry, I knew that, climbed on top of the fridge and then onto the ceiling to catch a spider. Note, she failed, but she landed safely at least. So, favorite pet memories?
My cat Smokey, who is no longer on this earth, he was very like all cats, they're very particular, and it's like everything is on their own time. So you could never like snuggle up with him, but like more often than not, he would just kind of like sneak into my room, 12:30
Yeah.
at night. I'm dozing off to sleep. He would just come right up, So it was like the family cat, but me and him had a special bond. So love that cat.
We had a Pembroke Welsh Corgi growing up named Ernest, and he would always lay in front of the garage door whenever someone wasn't home. Not the outside garage door, but the door that goes from the house to the garage,
Right.
Whenever somebody wasn't home, because he would be waiting for them to show up. Named after Ernest P. Worrell, from the Ernest movies. And he wouldn't move if you opened the door, so you would just open the door and just slide him aside with the door itself, because he just didn't care. So he would just like along the floor. Oh, Ernest.
Cloud.
Go ahead. I had a dog growing up named Indy. He was a little rat terrier. He was like our family dog too. He was a real mean dog to everyone else. I'm sure Mike remembers, but he was very nice to us. But he used to sleep in my room every night, and it was super jolly.
Nice.
We named the dog Indiana.
Yeah,
Yeah, my
dog.
pretty much.
someone brought that up in chat. That's hilarious. You remember that? My that same cat, Smokey, I would be trying to game all the time, just like laying in bed, and he would come up like right in my face and just like walking on my head as I'm trying to play games, and I'm just like, come on, dude. I need to see.
Come on. Damiani, what does Cloud do?
There would just be times at night where I'll get up and need to go use the restroom, and I'll just come back, and Cloud will be plopped right on my pillow in my spot, just like
Dude,
my spot now.
yeah.
He just gives me this look like I'm not moving. Just like, so I'll try and like slide in bed in from the opposite side, and
So
I'm like,
good.
I want my pillow back. That, or a few times, he hasn't done it anytime recently, but when he was younger, he used to try and go into the sinks, both in the kitchen and in my bathroom, and just curl up in the sink and just like sleep in the sink. So I just like walk up like, what the fuck? I'd just be so shocked to see like this ton of fur just like clumped into like this tiny sink. I'm like, what are you doing? This is like, this is great. I'm like, okay. No, not with the water on, chat.
Yeah, no way.
Blood, you got any pet memes?
Yeah, it's hard because it's like I don't know, like there's not a lot of like specific moments I can think of. But I remember with our dogs, there's one dog we had that was my brother's dog when I was a teenager called Homer, and he was pretty smart and devious and kind of sometimes felt like he thought he was like a person or something. And so there would be times when we had like this like this patio furniture or whatever, like these chairs and table out on the front porch. And he would just like get up and sit in the chair at the table like he was a person. And we would look outside and like, what is he doing?
That's awesome.
I love it when dogs sit like people. It's so funny.
And there would also be times where we'd come home and he would just like run out of the house, and like we were out in the woods, so like it would be pretty normal for us to just like the dogs to just run off and do whatever they're gonna do.
Yeah.
And there'd be times of like, no, you need to get in the house, we're gonna leave, like, and he would just like stare at you, like turn around and look at you like he knew that like you can't do anything, and then just run off. He's like, you can't get me.
You can't get me. When Sophia and I were moving her from one apartment in her complex to a different apartment a couple weeks ago, there was this cat that is like outside in the middle of this complex, but it's like this little black cute cat, and it's really clean and nice, and it kept like stunting for us. It kept like waiting until we would like, it knew we were looking, and then it would like jump up on a tree and pose for us and then check to make sure that we saw it and stuff. It was really
Cool.
funny. And then the other day it actually bolted into her apartment. I'm like crazy allergic to cats though, so we can't really take it in, but it was cute. Cool. Thanks, RF. James Davey. Hey, wait a minute. You did too? This is the same one. What's your favorite British thing?
Oh, it's probably just
We did that. Yeah.
Sometimes it does a duplicate or something.
It's a dude.
Doubled up.
Ebo Show loves mayo, which may or
Uh-oh.
may not be the same person.
Okay.
Oh, no, it says thanks, Ebo Show. Ben Pack from Giant Bomb left the gaming industry. Reading this one. Hang on. Okay. Because he felt burnt out from gaming because he couldn't find a balance between playing games for his job or for himself. How do you differentiate between playing a game for fun or for work? Is gaming a job or is it a hobby? Have you ever felt this burnt out that you wanted to stop covering games? Thanks, Ebo Show.
I definitely get burnt out.
Absolutely.
100%.
Definitely felt like I should be playing this game, because it's relevant for work or something instead of something I actually want to play.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I definitely get caught up in that a lot, you know. Always like go back to East, you know, like that wasn't a game I was planning to cover, and it's like, oh, now it's okay, and you know, and there's like, am I going to actually be able to squeeze that in or not, you know? But I'm trying to at the same time, like, well, I don't know. It's like one of those things. Like, do I push to try to get through it faster, even though it's going to be late no matter what? And then you know, and there's other priorities and stuff too. But yeah, it can be tricky, especially you know when you get towards the end of the year, and we're going to talk about awards, and it's like.
Mm-hmm.
You're just trying to play through as much stuff as you can just to try to have something relevant to say about it.
To worse. Yeah, I definitely feel burned out a lot of the time, or like some of the time. I guess I play. Yeah, that's weird. I don't know, cause I milk content out of. We found a way to get content out of just about anything we play, so. It's always kind of both, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. I felt it more game trailers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just like the pre-Defy days. Just because, you know, we were always assigned reviews and kind of didn't have a say in the matter.
Mm-hmm.
So just there was like a point early on I was like, all right, man, it was weird. I was like trying to play good games to balance out the crappy games I was being forced to play. Because I was like, man, you're really trying to hammer home that there are a lot of shitty games out there. Are you trying to? I was like, oh, I hate these games. I was like, are you trying to make me hate video games now?
I always try to have a game I'm playing on the side too that's just not for work that I don't even really discuss. Just like a private me game, because like my life is so public as it is, streaming, social media, everything, you know. So it's nice to just like quietly play my own thing in the dark and not even.
The only problem with that is sometimes if you're playing games for work, I feel like I don't want to play anything after that.
Yeah.
Even though there's games I'd want to play, I'm just not in the mood anymore.
Totally.
Well, it's crazy when like, cause like Monster Hunter, I found out about because of our job. Like I hadn't heard of it before, but like, it's funny when the same game has both feelings. Like when the first time I played Rise, we were streaming it, right? And then like when I finally got to sit down and play Rise on my own, at my own pace by myself, it felt like a completely different experience because I got to like actually play it for me, you know? So it's funny, like even the same game can be that. Cool. Anything else? No? Awesome. Vrunkachuaha again. Okay, it's repeating questions left and right here. We got that one already too. I'm just checking to make sure it's the same. Interesting. Not Jack. What was the reason that made Ian's Forbidden Easy update forbidden? I get that you are all quick to avoid any and all controversy, but it seemed fairly harmless and was funny satire.
Blown out of proportion.
Blood?
And I don't think
I was
avoiding.
The funny thing is I don't even think I was the strongest.
It was Ben.
Also,
was,
so much controversy is like high school drama bullshit. So it's not that like we don't want to get involved with it. It's like so many things.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
guess
like the
I
Last
guess my
of Us
hesitation is like
drama
whether we
is
actually want to
not.
answer this or not because it's kind of a weird.
I mean, it's weird to answer with Ben not here because he was kind of the main dissenter, but
I think to me the thing that I remember, and that's the funny thing too, because it's a year ago. I'm not going back over Slack messages.
Yeah, it literally was.
But yeah, I think the main thing that stuck out to me was it was at a time when a lot of people wanted to know what your opinion was, and here is a video where you're saying I'm going to give my opinion, and in the end it was just like 9 minutes of saying nothing.
Oh yeah, just protracted.
Yeah, I'm just trying to remember. I was very confused about what the idea of the video was or something like that. Like I just didn't understand where you were coming from
right.
It, but...
Which is the point. But like, I think that it was like Ben's point was like I had just done the good, fine, bad review system the week before, and he thought this was kind of just making the same point. Yeah, and I think that I watch more video essays than you guys, so I think you didn't get the full extent of the joke, maybe.
I watched video essays, but it just didn't click with me. That's the thing.
Because like
we were also in death threat times.
Yeah, people were
on
getting
that
death
game,
threats
yeah.
about that game. But like to me, I'm making fun of video essays more than anything else. Like, like it's 8 minutes of literally saying almost nothing.
And just dealing with the review on my end had been super stressful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was just bad timing, and I
Thing
think
to deal with, at the time.
I think it was just bad timing, and I think that like I maybe presented it wrong to the group that gave you guys the impression that I was like trying to like say like fuck you to the haters or whatever when I kind of wasn't. I think I pitched it wrong. Also, it was the only easy update I've ever shown to you guys before putting it up.
Correct. We don't. Yeah.
Like no one,
don't
they don't
tell
know.
I'll definitely check out a lot of them.
Blood looks
yeah.
at him, and I trust Blood to say like, if something goes too far, I kind of wait for Blood's Blood to tell me. But yeah, this one I was like nervous about it just because Last of Us was so controversial.
Dude, so annoying. Do you remember how insane that was when that came
it was
out?
ridiculous. And then I mean like that's
Like
the
more
take.
drama for a fully functioning excellent game than Cyberpunk.
Right.
I feel like.
Right. Well,
Insane.
that
I think it's a different type of drama.
different type of drama.
Yeah.
I would say there was tons of drama around Cyberpunk.
Yeah. But yeah, Nakey Jakey's, if you're interested in a 45-minute incredible take on Last of Us that I personally pretty much agree with, Nakey Jakey's is the one. But I mean, in an easy update, I'll tell you I'm going to tell you what I think and then not do it. Yeah. Anyway.
Will there be any more forbidden updates?
I guess that's rather up to you guys.
I guess that was like the only one.
That's the
Yeah,
only
I mean,
I hope not.
I hope not. Well, I mean, honestly,
that's the
though-
thing. Like, even when like we suggested it, like I felt terrible about saying, "Hey, we probably should not put this up."
It
I
actually
don't
did.
want to say that to anybody.
It actually did kind of take the wind out of my sails a little bit. It and like Bossman had left, or was leaving or whatever, and like at the time I was kind of just like, do I need to jet? Like, what's happening here? I got better. I don't feel that way now.
NSFW easy update, please.
They're all fucking not safe, bro. Almost all of them.
Yo, wait for that PS5 patch for Last of Us. Well, if you have a PS5. It's coming.
Anyway, thanks for the question. Let's see. DRD 7 of 14. Holy Woldy. Probably a hold.
Oh, sure.
Your name always makes me think of 7 of 9 from
Yep.
Voyager, and I really like that. Clayton Smith. Hey, allies. What is the right age to expose kids to horror? Ooh. My first exposures were Nightmare on Elm Street, Child's Play, and Slumber Party Massacre 2, which I remember solely because the killer wielded a power drilled guitar. I was around 7 or 8 at the time. My 9-year-old niece visits me every weekend and has a deep curiosity for games, especially in the horror genre. She enjoys playing, watching, and taking games home for the week. I'm kind of her free blockbuster. She's played Little Nightmares, and her mom recently let her watch The Sixth Sense, It, and The Shining. I currently have Resident Evil 7 installed on my PS5, but last week she wanted to watch me watch me play it. I thought, okay, it wasn't that scary. It's too scary for me. But it was being said through the rose-tinted glasses of a seasoned horror vet. Now in hindsight, I am wondering if it was too much too quick. The atmosphere and jump scares aren't too bad for her, but sequences like ripping through Jack Baker's skull with a chainsaw have me second-guessing myself. Am I a bad uncle? Any insight or personal experience would be appreciated. Let me respect Clayton0693. I mean, I think
As
you
an
always
uncle
have to...
myself, I would ask my brother
Yeah.
I'm like, I would be like, hey, is it cool if I show them this? And this is like what's gonna be in it.
Yeah, parents have the authority.
Yeah,
there,
you
for
you
sure.
have to clear
Yeah.
things with the parents, I think.
It
I
depends
mean,
on the
it's-
kid.
It definitely depends on the kid, and like there's lots of like ghost storybooks and stuff
Yeah.
that we all had, like the book fairs and stuff, right?
Yeah.
So there's that, but you like even knowing your own kid, sometimes you don't know how something's going to hit.
Yeah.
You know, something can be like specifically a horror movie. Like we had all those like dumb cheesy 80s horror B movies as well, you know. But I know kids that got freaked out by the kid in Toy Story, you know, that was
Yeah.
like messing with all the toys, and like that was more freaky to them than something that was overtly horror. So it's a tricky thing.
Yeah, it's tricky. It really depends on the kid.
And
Like Hubert probably loved it.
Like I saw some graphic, I was watching David Cronenberg's The Fly when I was like 13, 12 years old. But I will say what freaked me out more than anything was when my grandma Katie used to put on Unsolved Mysteries in the living room.
Right.
That shit scared me infinitely more than any R-rated horror movie. Like these real life killers out there. Like I had nightmares about Robert Stack's voice. Just
Oh
like
my god.
yeah. So that made me really uncomfortable.
Well, because to a
So-
kid, it seems like it's like the news, like it's just real, you know.
Well, yeah, and similarly, there was around the same time as like Unsolved Mysteries coming up, they had a lot of, sort of is it real or not type like UFO
Right,
shows and
right.
stuff on TV,
Yeah.
and that stuff freaked me right out. Like,
Mhm.
I was like up late at night looking out at the fields in the yard, and like, is there a UFO gonna come down? Like I
Yeah,
would
dude.
convince myself that I'd see things,
Yeah,
so.
dude. Well, and
Yeah,
like
and
the hard thing with a kid too is like, I mean, obviously, yeah, run it through the parents first, but like, kids are gonna get into it on their own no matter what. Like, growing up is about the destruction of innocence, like Plato says, kind of like, so it's gonna happen. Like, I watched a lot of movies I shouldn't have seen way younger than I should have seen them. Like Event Horizon or whatever, like ruined my life. It's
And
just
just
it's
make-
gonna happen. But
make sure you do the research because rating really has nothing to do with it. Fire in the Sky, PG-13 alien abduction movie, nightmare fuel, dude. PG-13, nightmares.
sometimes those PG-13 movies can be real scary, man.
Yeah, they'll get you.
Especially growing up in the era that we grew up, where like, because I remember, the scene from Terminator 2 where the mom gets like vaporized by a nuke
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
destroyed my mind. Like, I couldn't handle it. Like, but then like Alien, no problem, So
Yeah.
it's just like,
Yeah,
I don't
it
know.
really
Cozy.
like,
Cozy.
cozy,
The
yeah.
one that stands out the most to me is like really getting me was Poltergeist, and like I don't even
yeah, dude.
remember the
PG-13
scene
or
now.
PG.
PG.
But-
Poltergeist is PG. I
Yeah.
think.
Totally, being up at night, being afraid after that movie.
Well, because for me too, it's stuff like Poltergeist. It's like, as a kid, I was always afraid of like trying to fall asleep. So like Poltergeist plays right into that. Like the branches on the window or like the clown in the thing. Oh man, freaky stuff. Anything else? Any other child rearing advice from all the allies who don't have children?
Exactly. I mean, Sesame Street scared me.
Yeah,
Whoa.
it's like weird things could scare you
Yeah.
when you're
Yeah.
younger.
Yeah.
Sesame Street goes hard in the paint sometimes.
Yeah, I guess just do your research and
Do your research and like watch
if
it with them.
they're not your child, ask their parent.
Oh,
my
Ernest Scared
dad-
Stupid. You ever see that? When he turns
Hell yeah, that
around.
movie was freaky,
That was
dude.
so freaky.
Scary as hell. When he turns in bed and the troll's in the bed. Oh,
Yeah,
Like-
dude.
Like when I watched Pulp Fiction, my dad was like, "I'm watching it with you. You're not watching it alone."
yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and that's the other thing is like you have to explain context and like what's real and fake to a kid depending on their age. Like, yeah. All right. Brian from Happy Gaming. Hello there, allies. Put the kids to bed. It's going to get blue. Okay.
All right.
It's time for this month's challenge of choosing the official EZA video game dating partner. Last month, everyone had to choose from the characters in Super Mario Universe. While it was close with Rosalina, ultimately everyone on the panel was far more interested in having Captain Toad, specifically in the Mario Odyssey wedding dress, dominate them with his mushroom head. This month, we're going to the Metal Gear Solid franchise with the panel like Solid Snake sneaking into their bedroom and hearts, Or maybe discover if love can really bloom on the battlefield with Sniper Wolf. Maybe they'd like to have someone who can really get into their head and know their desires in a way only Psycho Mantis can. Maybe Mei Ling,
No, thank you.
who's always reliable to help save your progress. Just don't call her too much. As per tradition, everyone needs to come to a combined consensus together. I've provided a tournament bracket.
Tournament
If
bracket.
you want a
Oh my
reference,
God.
I'll probably forgo that right now.
First up, dating Solid Snake would be so tiring.
Oh, it would suck.
I think dating
Would be-
anyone,
Dating anyone in
that
this universe
would be
would
tiring.
suck.
He is so
Everyone has
punished,
baggage
dude.
in
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Everyone.
Meryl.
But what about
Sa-
what it's like, you know, like Solid Snake and Metal Gear Solid, though, you know?
Yeah.
Not nearly as mentally damaged. If we're
You know,
talking old
But he's
Snake,
like a
that's
he's like
different
a
story.
clone and shit.
Yeah.
Like he's like
I feel like Liquid is the best bet here.
I was gonna
Liquid?
say Liquid's pretty good.
Liquid Snake
That wasn't one of the
because
choices, though, was it?
any
Because
it's any
even
It's
character.
anyone from Metal Gear.
They were just listing, but it's any
Oh.
character.
even like I guess it would just be living with ignorance and knowing the lie. Like if I dated Liquid, it would be like, don't ask, don't tell. Like I'm at home, Liquid's coming home, and I'm like, how was your day, Liquid?
I think
And he's
Liquid
"We're not
Liquid
talking
seems
about it."
like he'd be good at sex, but he'd be a horrible partner.
I feel like he would keep up the act, though. He'd keep up the illusion. Your life would be good. It would be like dating a mob boss.
I don't know where you're getting
You'd have
this
the
from.
money. You'd have the money. You'd have the resources. You'd have everything. He would keep up the lie.
Mei
He would
Ling
just
has
be
a
doing
desk
really
job.
shady shit on the side.
Yeah.
Mei Ling has a
desk
desk job. She's not likely to get blown up or anything.
Isn't Raiden like a loving husband or
Raiden,
something?
yeah, he's like a nice little sensitive
With
boy, but he's
Rose?
been like brainwashed too.
Yeah,
But
I
it seems
mean,
like
Mei Ling actually
he got
seems like
forced
one of the
to-
best ones.
Mei
Dude,
Ling.
Mei Ling is a
seems
workaholic.
one of the most normal.
Bro.
Mei Ling is a
You're never
workaholic.
gonna see
True.
her.
I feel like we're
True,
overlooking
Huber.
Otacon here. Otacon, loving friend.
We're not overlooking Otacon.
I mean, he's
That's okay.
a loser, but
Yeah, he's a dork, dude.
yeah, he's a
Colonel Campbell? What about Colonel Campbell?
No, Colonel Campbell's
he's
a
a
maniac.
psycho, dude. He's using me from the start. Johnny.
What about Ocelot?
Ocelot. I thought about Ocelot.
Ocelot's
He's
gonna murder you in your sleep.
I don't
dude.
know.
Everyone's getting murdered in your sleep in this.
Ocelot.
All of them.
Great with his hands.
Not Liquid. Liquid
That's all I'm
needs
saying.
you. You are the front for Liquid. You are the distraction. You are the public-facing image. Like,
No, man.
oh, that guy can't be sketch. He's got a family.
Liquid
You
is
know?
like the
Expendable.
worst choice. He is insane, dude. I don't know what
What
you're.
about
What's her
what
name
about the
from
boss?
3? Oh, the boss. She's so damaged though.
like too intense, maybe?
Yeah. What's the
The
what's
boss
the
is intense.
what's
I
the
choose the boss.
what's the woman who takes her unzips her motorcycle costume every 5 seconds in 3?
Eve.
Yeah,
Eve.
Big Mama.
Yeah.
Big Mama.
Oh god, every character.
Jack
is-
the Ripper
Dude.
version of Raiden? dude.
Jets. Let's go. Best looks Jetstream Sam. Let's
Oh,
go.
Jet Street Strand Sam. Whoa.
Yeah,
Every
Does that
character in
count?
this
Alright.
universe is
Yeah, he's
That
in.
shit.
That's technically canon.
yeah. Shit.
quiet. No. Old
about-
Snake maybe because he's like
No.
Can I
fucking
do
way,
D-Dog?
dude?
How about D-Dog?
D-Dog,
Snake,
dude.
old Snake would
D-Dog.
be such a bummer.
Fucking, I would date the like those like Metal Gear legs. That
What
you run
about
around on.
Drebin?
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 DARPA chief.
Only
I feel
if
like
his
you'd always be
monkey
trying to
stays at
s-
home.
B&B.
And he'd like trying to sell stuff all the time. It'd be kind of annoying.
Sniper Wolf is looking better and better, honestly.
Yeah, I guess.
What about
Yeah,
what's
Metal
her
Gear
face?
Rex.
Nastasha
Nastasha, dude.
wrote a book
Is she from 2?
Oh yeah.
from 1.
You call. She's like
I
the
forgot who
secret
it
one
is.
you call that.
Yeah, she gives you all the
I
nuclear
forgot about
tips.
Yeah. Oh goddamn. I mean, I think it might have to be Mei Ling. Or
A lot of chat is saying Johnny.
Yeah.
Johnny Sasaki, let's go.
Johnny seems like a nice guy. He's a dork, but he's a nice guy.
Oh, Johnny Sasaki.
Kojima himself. I don't think I could handle dating
The
Kojima.
cardboard box. Just a
No
cardboard.
way.
Cardboard box.
I'm still
Olga.
kind of leaning towards Mei Ling. Olga, I was thinking about.
I'm picking Liquid. It's not even a question.
Olga's fit. We're not go. We have to come to a consensus, so
We have
none
to
of
come
us
to
are
a
saying
consensus.
Liquid.
Well, I'm putting
guess
up
we're
my
Liquid
vote.
then.
My vote is for Liquid.
Ooh, Vamp. That tongue.
Naomi.
Vamp.
That tongue, honey.
I feel like Ben would
Man.
want us to pick Vamp.
Vamp is so. Vamp's, yeah, they're all weird actually. Everyone's weird in that game. Those games.
They're all so weird.
Vulcan Raven.
What about like the little
I
frogs
guess we'll
from
just do
3?
Vamp then.
Yeah, I'd say Vamp.
Sure, let's
I
do
think we
Vamp.
should do Jetstream Sam though. Honestly,
I don't remember who that is.
he's in Rising.
Oh,
Rising.
the woman that your radar
Nice one.
turns to at the end of 2.
Revengeance. Yeah, it's not Rising. Was that what it was originally called? I forgot.
Yeah, it was.
Called Metagrow Rising Revengeance.
All right, I guess we're going with Vamp. All right,
Vamp it is. Okay.
I'm bailing us out.
Rising Revengeance.
I'm bailing us out.
He could take some bullets for you. I don't know.
Stop.
Something.
Weirdo.
Stomps asks, wisest of allies, as a lifelong musician, I've been toying with the idea of taking a break from my tech career and pursuing work making music for games. My half-baked fantasy is to move from Oregon to somewhere like Montreal or Toronto, and maybe even enroll in classes to get connections and start looking for work. Since you allies all made it in the big city, do you have any advice on expectations or tips, for this kind of hustle? Love and respect, Stomps. That's tough. That's a tough one.
Have a like. Sounds like you have an idea. Like have a plan. Like you have to realize that some things might not work out the way you want.
Yeah.
And I guess just have enough financial backing or cushion or whatever you need to help you get there.
Yeah. Plan.
Chase it down. No regrets.
Hope for the best and plan for the worst for sure. Reach out to people who work in the field and try to see if you can. Like my friend Daniel James, like he, but like you need to be like a composer. Like you need to know your shit. You need to like be able to write music for other people to play. Depending, what kind of soundtracks you want to make. Like if you're just making bit tune stuff, chip tune stuff, maybe you can do it alone. But yeah, you gotta know your pedagogy or whatever, your theory.
Yeah, because there's different parts to this question, but I mean, and also, I'm not entirely sure, what those cities are going to be like compared to LA.
Yeah.
But I mean, personally, just going from my own experience and how things worked out for me, I would say to try to get involved in communities and get to know people, creative people. Of like, don't just limit yourself to video games or to music or whatever. Just like try to get involved in all kinds of different ways. Find people that are. I mean, they do a lot of shoots up in Canada too. So like, try to get involved with people that are in film. Try to get go to like art galleries and go to clubs and music and just get around all of it. And the more creative people you're around, and don't try to. I always hated when people were talking about what do they call it, like networking. They say they're going out to do networking. I hate that.
Yeah.
Like you shouldn't be getting to know people for what they can do for you.
Yeah.
But you should be around other creative people.
Yeah, and make actual
those
friends.
things will naturally make connections.
Yeah. You need to make actual friends. Like in LA, there's a little collective called Glitch City, and it's a bunch of game designers who like co-work in an office together, and like the way to get in is to like just be friends with them, and then like you can help each other out later. But like, people can smell it immediately. If you're trying to network just to network, people smell that on you, and it decreases your value. Whereas if you're genuine and likable and people actually want to do stuff with you, the other thing is like immigrating to Canada is harder now than it was before, I think. And I think you have to have like a job or a reason for them to want you there. And also Vancouver's probably popping off more than Montreal or Toronto, but I'm not positive on that for games. But also the nice thing with games soundtrack is you could do it from anywhere. Like you could try to make a smaller one, try to get a gig on a smaller game first from where you are. There's a way to do it like that too.
Yeah, and there are, networking events, right? Like there's
Right.
stuff like the mix and all that. There are times
Mhm.
where that's appropriate,
Yeah.
but if you're going to every situation, with that as your attitude, then it doesn't feel, it's not really genuine.
Yeah.
Think not what people can do for me, but just, hey, people. Nice. I like people. That's our advice. Stops. Unless we have any more. Cool. Pixelated. Whoa, I'm here. Just up my pledge during EZX. Thank you. Great job, boyos. But now I gotta ask a question. Okay. Spit Out the Bone is one of the best. Oh, this is for Ben. So, Spit Out the Bone is the best Metallica song from the last 20 years, correct? If no, Ben, force everyone to listen to this 7-minute song and give their reactions. We legally can't play it on the stream.
Maybe if we had it ahead of time, we could have.
Yeah, but is anyone familiar with
You know what?
Spit Out the
Dajimri,
Bone?
I'll say yes. There you go.
Probably good. I like
Spit Out the
7
Bone.
minutes.
The best Metallica song.
The best. Spit Out the Bone. Oh, chat says Atlas is better. Uh-oh.
Oh, shit.
Uh-oh.
Fight.
Ticket to the Matthews Bridge. Sadly, I think we are. We don't know.
I listened to 10 seconds of Spit Out the Bone.
Just now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was cool.
It's cool.
Yeah.
All right.
It's cool.
There's a little-known Queen song that's like 10 minutes long about some prophet, and I always thought that was pretty cool. Cool.
Not enough seconds. Yeah,
Sorry.
it wasn't even getting going.
Listen to the full "Thick as a Brick" by Jethro Tull. It's like 27 minutes long. Corey Jackson. With the year of Mario 35 wrapping up, I think it's time to celebrate the villain behind the red cap. That's right, I want to know everyone's favorite Bowser fight in any game. Also, everyone's first impression of the iconic villain. Corey Jackson.
3D Land is my favorite.
3D Land. What a
Yeah,
good pick.
You're running through the environment as he's like retreating, shooting fireballs at you. It's fucking sick.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, they've done a lot of epic ones, but I feel like mechanically the one that feels one of the most rewarding to me is Super Mario World.
Yeah, I think so too.
When you're throwing stuff back at the clown copter, I
Yeah, that's
really,
cool.
really enjoyed that.
Classic.
I like that.
Yeah, I like that one.
64 is really good. Like,
Yeah, I would say it's really basic and
Yeah.
nowadays, but I do like the 64 one, I guess.
Spinning
Maybe because
the
it's like the
tail.
first time seeing Bowser in 3D.
Galaxy's kind of similar. It's like you just bop on him and spin him by his tail, but
Classic.
Mario Brothers 3 is pretty interesting too, trying to bait him into the bricks.
Childhood right there for sure.
I know the one in Sunshine, he's like humongous in a lava hot tub, I remember. But I don't remember what you're doing it exactly.
Fury's unfair because
But-
like the whole game is a Bowser boss fight. But
Yeah.
Really like 3 just because of my youth. Full nostalgia.
Sure.
Just like crushing the bricks was just such
Yeah.
a cool thing. So cool.
damn, are they like all good?
And just getting to him in 3 too feels so rewarding because you take out the kids first.
Yeah.
Like something about 64 fighting him 3 times is weird. I don't know.
I think when I ran into Bowser in the original Mario Brothers at the time, I didn't even know he had like a name or anything like that.
Oh,
I didn't know
yeah,
he was
I
something
mean-
special.
The dragon.
Yeah.
It's just like it's some dragon thing, yeah.
And then the cartoons are like call him Koopa, and the name Bowser
Yeah.
almost felt foreign when I first saw it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And just jumping on the axe that makes the bridge fall apart, I always loved that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great.
That's the first one, right?
10 out of 10. Yeah, it's the first one.
So
Yeah.
good.
Ugh, they're all good.
Yeah.
I'm bummed Damiani is on a research break because he would like that.
We'll ask him when he gets
We
back.
can ask him what he
Dude, just shout out to Bowser's Castle in Super Mario World on the map. How it looks on the
Yes.
map is super rad.
So good.
Yeah.
It's
Good
so
call,
rad.
Brad. One of the best.
so good.
That
The
whole
music,
map is
dude.
so good.
That
Yeah.
whole, I love that.
Like just the way that map looks overall, like I still think it's one of the best.
Oh, I agree, dude.
Yeah, Super Mario World.
Best world map.
Future Hall of Greats entry inductee, no question.
Can't believe it's not in there.
Yeah, it's weird.
Mikhail
People,
Agnew.
never been
people,
brought.
people start avoiding Mario because we have so many Mario.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
it's too
true,
easy most of the
true,
time.
it's too easy.
Except Galaxy, apparently, though.
Michael Agnell. Hi, Easy Allies. How do you think E3 will be this year now that it's going to be a digital event?
Weird.
Love and respect. Yeah, especially if half
The
of it's
rumor was
behind
that
paywalls and stuff.
well, now they said that's not.
Oh, okay.
Maybe.
Oh,
Well, there will be
There
something
could
for
be-
everybody, but there
So,
could
who
be
the hell knows?
access to
Special things,
other
yeah.
stuff.
That's similar to
Got
regular
it.
E3, I guess. Like,
And it's just weird, like Bloody brought this up earlier, saying they, like, publishers and developers will be there probably, but they'll save their best stuff for their own events and stuff. Just, like, it loses a lot of its appeal when they
Yeah.
say stuff like that.
It's funny because really, if you boil E3 down without the component of meeting with other people, it's press conferences and demos. Like, it's not that
Yep.
hard.
Yep.
Yeah.
just do that and nothing else. Like, yeah, you don't have to.
You don't have to have some crazy special access plan. Or...
Nobody cares about celebrities. Like,
Yeah.
Their
Yeah.
optics right now are so bad. Nobody
They're very
gives
low right
a
now.
damn. Nobody gives a damn about E3 right now.
yeah.
So I don't know what the future holds. I saw Keeley taking shots as well on Twitter. That's entertaining.
Yeah, they got
Just
beef.
Summer Games Fest will be free of charge to partake in. Yeah, and it's like we joke all the time about Keeley, but like people like tuning into Jeff Keeley. We like watching and being with Keeley. Give us the announcements. Like, it's fun to rally behind Jeff. Whereas E3 right now, just the optics and just everything about it is just like evil overlord, you know? Like I want no part
When
of
we
it.
were still going there, like the last couple of years, it just seemed like more of a headache dealing with whatever crap they were throwing our way.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like was it always easy for us to get into E3 and stuff?
Right.
Yeah. Totally.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's been the difficulty since they've decided to try to go to a more public route. You know, that it feels a lot different. You know, it's trying to even like in the main hall when you walk in and like you've got all these t-shirt shops with all these
Yeah.
Yeah.
cringy
Like-
t-shirts.
Like Jeff is there for one reason, and that's to share the love of video games with us.
And to
The
network.
dude
and
is
set-
and to make
set up
money,
deals.
obviously, but sure,
Make deals.
But like
But yes.
the
Yeah.
ESA doesn't give a damn, dude. And if they do, I as a consumer or a viewer am not feeling any of the love for video games proper.
Mhm.
Whereas Jeff Keeley, I know this dude loves games.
Yeah, we've talked to Jeff personally, and you
Yeah.
He was
you
our
can tell he
boss
loves
for a
games,
year.
man.
Like, yeah.
So
That was
I
before your
just
time, maybe, Brad. But
yeah,
Yeah.
E3 needs
I
like
didn't
a
work under him.
yeah.
E3 needs like a person, maybe like a figurehead
A figurehead.
that maybe we could get behind. Because yeah, right now it's just backdoor shady suits,
mean,
bad vibes.
More and more, it's just I think people are like they're a middleman, and people are waking
Yeah.
up that they don't need a middleman anymore. Like
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
in the era
Yeah.
before the internet, you know, like
Yeah.
they needed that because they needed someone to organize and book the venue and do all that stuff. And now it's just like,
Yeah, it's like E3. A lot of it's not even at the convention center.
Right.
A lot of times now, a lot of the stuff you do.
Yeah.
Well, that's always, been somewhat the case, but yeah, again, the
With
focus
Xbox, you know.
the focus has moved away from talking to business partners and press and
Yeah.
trying to, be Comic-Con, but do both
Yeah.
in a really unsatisfying way.
I'm curious as to what it'll look like 2022. It'll be
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll be interesting.
I genuinely hope that they can recover for an in-person event, but I don't know what that's going to look like.
Yeah, I wonder if Keeley would ever host an in-person event, Bloodworth.
Yeah, who knows?
You know,
Right.
that's the real question.
Yeah, it's possible.
Will he compete? Yeah.
I mean, Game Awards is in person, kind of. It's like
no, it totally is.
straddling the line. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is absolutely doing both.
Yeah.
Before last year.
It's a bummer because it's really cool talking to devs and stuff there.
Yeah.
Like getting all those, just like talking with them is super rad, and I definitely miss that.
yeah.
Great perspective, Brad. Great point. That is the best part about going.
Because like
to E3,
talking
those
to a
conversations.
developer about their game, you get like such a
Yeah.
different point of view from it.
It is such a different vibe, Brad. Yes, dude. Yes. Talking to them at E3 versus
Yeah.
talking to them at their own event.
Yeah.
Everyone like when you talk to them at E3, they're a little less guarded, I feel like. A little more candid, a little more
Yeah.
open.
Like
Good call.
when I saw Final Fantasy VII, like their demo they did, and like Katase was in there, and they're just like talking about their ideas and like why they're doing certain things in the games. It's super enlightening.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Max. Max is here. He misses E3
Oh,
so
speaking
much.
of, yeah, Max probably saw the same thing, so he could probably attest.
I mean, yeah, it has a great vibe, and like a lot of great things have happened for me and for us during E3.
Yeah.
At E3, it definitely like is a tentpole event that like shores up our business. Like not having
Yeah.
E3 in the same like degree or magnitude definitely like hurts Easy Allies like financially. So yeah, I don't know. Hopefully
Yeah.
something like it happens.
Come on, Jeff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and just, you have about talking to developers, but it's like not even just like what's great is that not only are all the big names there, but just like a lot of
Tons of, like,
supportive
smaller
roles and stuff,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, when you get like those engineers and stuff that come out, from Japan to talk about Animal Crossing or Splatoon or something, like those guys, they're not coming out to a single preview event in Nintendo of America or anything like that. This is the time that everybody comes to, and so that's that's why it changing from an industry only event to a thing full of crowds becomes such a huge pain in the butt, because people can't just walk around and check out each other's stuff as easily. It's all
It's hard.
very appointment based.
Like I think it's cool that like a lot of the public gets to play games, but it definitely makes our job harder in a very big way. Like
Yeah.
definitely used to be able to just walk around and play stuff.
Saying it's like the platinum guys go around, and swing by Bandai Namco's booth and see some game they hadn't seen
see what
before,
they're up to.
Yeah. Good stuff. All right, next cue. Tirju NG says a person next to you is dragged into another world and obtains a power which you can decide what is that power and what color will their eyes turn while using that power. Okay,
Well, they gotta turn red like the Sharingan.
Yeah. So, well, Brad, you pick Huber. Blood, you do me. I would do Damiani, so I guess I'll do Brad's. And Huber,
Okay.
you do Blood.
So a power and an eye color?
Yeah. So what power does
You
someone
give them
get?
a power?
Yeah, you give them a power from another dimension, and using the power changes their eye color.
Like how ridiculous could these powers be?
Okay, wait. Damiani's back, so that throws up the order. Okay, Damiani, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so we're picking. The person next to you is dragged into another world and obtains a power. What power do they get, and what eye color? What color do their eyes change when they get the power? So Blood is thinking of one for me. I'll think of one for you. You think of one for Brad. Brad, Huber, Blood.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got one for Huber.
Okay, go, Brad.
So Huber, eye color will obviously turn red for Sharingan.
Awesome.
So you kind of have this power ready, but I want it to be whatever game you will come into existence. 100%
He already has
chance
that
now.
power.
Like
Oh,
you have like a 25% chance right now, probably.
Yeah.
Well, I want a straight 100% to make those dreams come true.
That'd be scary because I'm like if my brain just started like going like it
Huber?
does, just all these
No.
games.
So like people give you requests, like you don't even have to do it.
Perfect.
Like the old classic line, Huber.
Because I don't
great
want to
power.
accidentally will
Great
too many games
responsibility.
into existence.
Yeah, you'll do too much, but it's got to be like a structure. It has to have structure and order.
You just have to really want it.
Yeah.
Huber, do you have one for Blood?
Bloodworth's eyes turn yellow. And
Witcher.
Yeah, and he has the power. Like everything now for the rest of Bloodworth's life will just automatically be scheduled. He doesn't have to schedule anything. He doesn't have to stay up or type anything out. Just if it needs to be scheduled, it's scheduled.
Blood,
Nice.
do you have one for me?
Yeah, I know I've seen this in like some anime or comic or something, but like that's sort of that power to kind of to sort of talk to technology, you know, and like have technology bend to your will.
Ooh, that'd be
You
fun.
know, so
That'd
that
be
any
fun.
kind if there's some kind of technical issue, it's just like you just whisper to the PC.
Yeah.
Come on, old girl.
Dude, Technomancer.
Yo, yeah,
And
Technomancer.
your
that'd be
eyes
dope.
would be like a kind of like a blazing silver.
Oh yeah, Technomancy would
Blazing
be
silver.
sick. Thank you, Bloodworth. For Damiani, I would grant the. It's kind of a twofold power. If you focus, you can correct hit detection in any game that you're playing. But you can also sense a game's innate hit detection programming so that you can always know how far off their hit detection is.
Read the code.
So it's a blessing and a curse. And I guess your eyes would turn like just pure white. And then Damiani, you do Brad, and then
You're
Alright,
white, dude.
so-
the one.
Brad's eyes will turn ice blue
Ooh.
when he puts on display his power to make everybody think he is the coolest, most badass person on the planet.
Oh my god.
And he can use this power so potent that it can be used to usurp Keeley and steal all the big exclusives away for Brad's own show.
I'm video
So
games
much
now,
that-
Keely.
Keeley will bow in respect to
Yeah.
Brad.
I'm
like,
the
"Oh,
ambassador
shit."
now, dude. I'm
Wow.
the president of video games.
that was
I would
great.
love that.
Good powers, everyone. Damiani, we meant to ask you. You were gone. What's your favorite Bowser fight? And from which game?
Monster Hunter Rise, Tetradon,
Fair.
Trinidad.
Fair.
whatever it's called.
No, there's an extra T in there. I think it's Pterantodon.
Tetradon.
Tetranodon.
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 Is that your answer?
How am I the one that knows the names and
I
I don't?
don't know. Because you
Because-
mash through everything in Monster Hunter.
Yeah, you just gotta kill stuff.
You just gotta
That's all I need to know.
kill.
I need to know item names or numbers. That's what matters more. Numbers.
Side up
Numbers,
turtle.
yeah.
Dude, no. Best Bowser fight is maybe Odyssey. I mean, what goes on at the end of Odyssey with
Yeah,
Bowser
it's
is
insane.
probably like the
Yeah,
most
we
insane
didn't-
thing.
yeah, that's a
we
good
didn't even
one.
mention
Yeah.
Odyssey. Yeah, that was pretty good.
Yeah,
Good
that's-
pick.
That's
Yeah,
pretty
good
good.
pick.
What's your first Bowser memory, Damiani?
Oh, tie between either seeing him in the original Super Mario Brothers or seeing him in the cartoon, like
Yeah, dude.
like Super Mario Brothers
Nice.
Super Show Bowser.
Hell yeah.
Just like, get me those plumbers.
Yes. All right, next question. Dougie B. Good day, allies. What dinosaur would you want to see the most if you went to a fully safe and operational Jurassic Park? Oh, boy.
T-Rex, dude.
I know, it's going to be hard not to say T-Rex.
T-Rex.
T-Rex is
The impact
great.
of that? Just
The
the
fear.
the presence.
The presence, the aura.
Yeah, the aura
Oh,
of a
what's it
T-Rex,
called?
dude,
Yeah.
is probably so
Velociraptors,
intense.
though, dude, running around doing weird stuff. Velociraptors would be cool.
Yeah,
to
that'd
see.
be cool.
Last of Us Part 2 made me not like Velociraptors, dude. They're like actually really small. Jurassic Park is
Oh
a
yeah,
lie.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, well, this is Jurassic Park, so they made the Jurassic Park versions of all the dinosaurs. Here's the real T is like there's no bad dinosaur. They're all fantastic. I want to see the Bronchiosaurus.
I don't know, like a little
Brachiosaurus.
Yeah,
compies or whatever. Not really. that
Compies
excited.
kind of suck. They're like little chicken dinosaurs. But a
Stegosaurus.
Brachiosaurus, dude, that thing's like
I'm
6
totally a
stories tall. That
Brachiosaurus
thing is
guy, I think.
crazy. Yeah.
Triceratops is really
Triceratops
cool,
is
too.
dope.
Triceratops.
Stegosaurus is dope.
Good pick.
Dude.
Yeah, it's Stegosaurus or Ankylosaurus, stuff with like crazy.
Apatosaurus, like
spikes.
all of them are great. They're all great.
Allosaurus.
But you definitely want the biggest one you can get.
They're fire
What the hell is the one
Titanosaur or
called in Fallen Kingdom? What the hell is the name of that giant thing?
the like engineered one?
Is
that they-
that-
The Umbrella
Yeah.
Labs dino.
what is
who
it
knows?
called?
They're like
Don would know this.
giant thing, dude.
Spinosaurus.
that thing.
What's the name of it? Indominus Rex. That's
Indominus
Yeah.
Rex. Can I choose
Indominus.
that, dude?
Oh my god.
No, you cannot choose that.
Kazusaurus.
Another good one that I don't think's been in any movies is maybe it has. I haven't seen all of them, but Styracosaurus, which is kind of like Triceratops but with a lot more horns.
Well,
Oh, is that with like the dome
3
head
isn't
type thing?
Not a dome.
that's the
it's still
Friar
got a
Tuck
frill.
one. I like that one.
Okay.
Argentinosaurus is the biggest dinosaur ever.
I just want
Whoa.
to see them all, man. I love dinos. All right, thanks,
Show 'em all.
Dougie. Varun Kachwaha popping in here with the 3rd copy of that question. I don't know what Forums is doing here.
It happens.
Maybe they submit a few times to be safe.
And another
so-
one. 2 in a row. Wait a minute. That was weird. All right. Steve G. We're going to increase the speed now, okay? We got 10 to go. Ready?
All right.
Steve G. Hello, allies. EZA's content has been a huge help for me, and I'm sure many others, in getting through the pandemic. So I was wondering, are there any outlets or channels, gaming or otherwise, you guys want to shout out for the work that they've put in over the last year? Thanks for everything. Love and respect. I really like Mr. Sunday Movies and Red Letter Media.
Mm-hmm.
I don't watch as much as I would like, but I definitely have a lot of respect for the Digital Foundry stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Especially going into that
Great
Dinosaur
Big Blood.
Planet video
Yeah.
like a couple weeks
Yeah.
ago. Like, man.
That's good stuff.
Yeah. That's like the only stuff I actually take the time to read fully.
Nice.
Any other ones?
MinMax, our friends over there,
Oh,
like
yeah,
they
yeah, yeah.
just keep, pulling in new people. They announced some new hire today, at least one.
No clip.
Yeah.
I think I cut out the beginning of the question. Or just listing other sites that.
YouTube channels or other content that you like.
Twitch streamers, whatever.
That,
Yeah.
yeah, like over the past
Oh.
year, stuff that's kind of stuck
Stuff
out.
that's
yeah.
helped you over the last year, yeah.
I mean, I always like a good laugh. Very recently, I started watching because it got recommended in the recommended tab. They do work sometimes. YouTuber called Cosmos ZR does like spoof of Bayonetta players, no Smash players, and like the first one I watched was like reading a Bayonetta player's mind. And these are pretty good. Really, yeah.
I also like, I mean, Taskmaster puts a lot of I watch all their stuff on YouTube, not through the TV. I like Mark Rebillier, who does improv music streams. He's really good. Andrew Huang.
Shout out to Sphere Hunter.
Lupop.
Resident Evil hype.
Yeah. Yeah, I watch quite a few Resident Evil people. Carcinogen SDA, Matt DeRock. There's a lot of good people out there.
Vox
ROE.
makes
Distortion
good stuff.
Distortion 2 is a great streamer also.
It's weird because like some people we like know, so it's like
Right. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like,
it's like, oh, Max, like she says, like, yeah, kind of funny. What's good gaming? It's like watching them. It's like different from like watching strangers because it's like, oh, there's Andrea.
yeah.
Like, yeah. Vati Vidya, yeah, obviously.
Love What's Good Games. But yeah, they're like friends.
Right. Like we used to
Oh.
work with Andrea. Like,
Alex McCullough. The
Oh, yeah.
musician guy. Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
man,
he's real
the
good.
covers and stuff
yeah.
that they've done is amazing.
Cool. Good stuff. Jesse Blue, hello Alice. Congrats on 5 years and on a successful EZX. I'm excited to see the incentives come to fruition. I loved seeing the kids' pics, and it actually inspired my question. Bloodworth had a lot of posters on his wall, and I thought we all must have had something similar, so my question is, what is the most memorable thing you had hanging on your wall as a teen? For me, it was a poster for an art contest in music class that won second place. I'm not an artist, so this meant a lot to me. I also had posters of Doogie Howser, Neil Patrick Harris, and Ralph Macchio, simply because my friend said, they are hot. I'm looking forward to your answer and the next several months of transition back into the studio eventually, where you will have cool stuff hanging on the wall. Love and respect, Jesse Blue. As a teen, my walls and ceiling were all covered with stuff. I had
like tons of skateboarding stuff. I remember. I had a Dragon Ball wall scroll, I think, too.
Yeah, I mentioned the Super Metroid poster in the last Q&A, I think. But another thing I had that you can see like the corner of in between those Nintendo Power posters. It's funny because I don't know if anyone else had this growing up, but like there'd be like these just like people like on the side of the road that would like sell like these mass-produced paintings or whatever. And so what it was like there's like a wooden kind of sort of ornate frame, and then like a felt or black velvet that it was painted on, and there was just this like painting of this tiger head.
Ugh,
and I literally just like found it in the trash. Like somebody had it like sitting out by the trash and like, this is great, there's nothing wrong with this. And so I put it on my wall.
Except
cool
there was
tiger
everything
painting.
wrong with it. Velvet art I find unsettling.
A lot of posters over the years, a lot of Nintendo Power stuff, tons of games, Max Payne. But the Star Wars posters had the 4, 5, 6 special edition posters.
Yeah,
The one that I
I
always come back to, the one I remember, was this massive poster of Duke Nukem standing on just like a billion bullets with double guns shooting.
I kind of remember that,
I
dude.
remember
It was
that.
That's funny.
such a big poster, just like dominated my room.
Yeah.
I had a Cowboy Bebop wall scroll also. I remember as an early young teen. This is an embarrassing story, but I think I've told it before. I had a poster of Batman Returns, and every night I would kiss Catwoman goodnight.
Awesome.
To the point that the poster got like worn down.
Would
and I
you
had to throw it
speak?
away.
Would you say goodnight, Catwoman?
No, I would just go.
Goodnight, Selena.
No, I would just go.
Awesome.
But I always had a big crush on her in that movie.
Sick.
Okay, I guess that's what we're ending on that one. Next question. Robert Lee. Hi, oh boy. All right, here we go. Hi, allies. IGN just had their Super Movie Madness bracket, but I'm wondering how this would have played out if this month's Q&A panel had voted on these movies. Link to the full bracket. Starting from the last 16 lineup, I'm replacing The Mask to Zack Snyder Justice League. Feel free to make any other adjustments. The Mask is sick.
Are these greatest movies of all time?
I don't know what we're doing. Please cast your votes on the
Mask?
following. So we're just picking which is the better movie, I think, of these.
The Mask made it to top 16 best movies of all time.
I don't know, dude. I don't know.
All right.
Don't ask questions. Just
Super
go with
Movie
it.
Madness bracket that IGN did.
Okay. Great movie.
I love The Mask. All right,
Top
so
16 though of all time.
number 1, Endgame.
extreme.
There's like a bracket thing, so we'll
Avengers
just,
Endgame's number 1.
Endgame v Guardians of the Galaxy.
Avengers Endgame. So I mean, close.
Yeah, Endgame.
Guardians of the
There.
Galaxy. Yeah, okay, all right, fine.
Sure.
Endgame's great. Infinity War v Captain America: Civil War. Infinity War easily.
Oh yeah.
Love Infinity War.
Yeah.
10 out of 10.
Yep.
Dark
High
Knight.
stakes.
Dark Knight v Batman '89.
Dark Knight.
Knight.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah,
Keaton.
I love Batman '89,
I
but
love them
Yeah.
both. I love them both, but yeah.
Dark Knight
Both.
is so good.
Batman Begins v Batman Returns. For me, that's
Oh,
that's
I hate
Returns.
this one. I refuse. I
that's a
refuse.
tough one.
No, you can't
I
refuse.
refuse.
Tough.
It's Returns. It's Returns.
Returns.
Yeah, it's Returns. Michelle Pfeiffer sets it over the edge for me.
Yeah,
I
it's
guess.
It's Returns.
She's the best.
This is a
Spider
very
Verse.
specific list. This is
Yeah.
not
These are
all
super. I
time.
think they're superhero. They must be like superhero comedy.
Yeah.
Spider Verse v Spider Man. No question. Spider Verse.
Spider Verse.
Yeah.
Spider Man 2 v Logan. No question. Logan.
Logan.
Yeah.
The Incredibles
Yeah.
v RoboCop. That's
What?
a
What
tricky.
is it?
The
Wait,
Incredibles.
Incredibles
Oh,
versus
v
RoboCop.
RoboCop. Those are both fantastic and very different movies.
Wow.
I'd have to
Damn,
give
dude.
the edge to the Incredibles, I think. Even though RoboCop is
with
fantastic.
Sure.
Dead
I
or
think so.
alive.
I'd buy that for $1.
Murphy.
Fuck, RoboCop is
tough.
really good though.
That is tough.
Oh man.
Chat's going RoboCop on this one.
They're both so great.
They're both amazing and very, very different.
they're both great. Yeah.
tough.
Uh,
Tough.
we have to pick one. Go.
I'll just go Incredibles.
I'm in.
Oh, yeah,
I'll start
Incredibles.
Incredibles.
All right. And then Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles v. Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Turtles.
Gotta be
Turtles
Ninja
one.
Turtles, get out
The
of here.
first
Yeah.
Turtles?
Yeah.
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 The best.
Okay, yeah. Sure.
Oroku Saki.
All right. So,
Matoyoshi.
do you want to do the quarterfinals and semifinals real quick, or should we just?
Yeah.
Okay. So A is Endgame v. Infinity War. I would say Infinity War.
I like Endgame more.
I like Infinity
Ooh.
War
I
more.
like Endgame way more. Culmination.
War.
Culmination
All right,
of 20
Brad and
years.
Blood,
Let's go.
weigh in here.
Infinity War.
I
I
think
guess
that
I'll go in game. Yeah.
Infinity War has
Both
3,
great.
so that's
Avengers
Infinity
Assemble.
War.
Greatest moment in the history of mankind. Straight up. You're gonna
great.
pick Infinity War over that?
Infinity War is a more
Over
solid movie.
Avengers Assemble.
Infinity War is
the
a more solid
greatest
movie.
moment in movies
I don't-
ever.
It's
Ever.
pretty good, Huber.
It's pretty good. Infinity
Ever.
War is a better
I
movie.
still think Gandalf showing up over that hill.
Gandalf showing up over that hill. Look to the east, dude.
Yeah.
All right. So next up would be Dark Knight v. Batman Returns. I would say Batman Returns.
Oof.
Ooh,
Batman Returns is the better
God, they're
Batman
so different.
film.
They're very
Yeah.
different. Schnell.
Sorry. Shit.
Like Returns holds
I'll
up.
just say
Returns
Dark.
is
I'll just say
so
Dark
good.
Knight. I know it's really good. I'll just say
Yeah.
Dark Knight though.
All right, so that's what, 1-1? Need the rest of you to weigh in on this.
I said Batman Returns.
Oh, okay. You mean Dark Knight Returns? Or no, Batman Returns. Okay.
Batman Returns. Yeah.
Not the Dark.
I got
Knight.
confused
I'll
between
go-
the comic,
I'll
the
go
Dark
with
Knight
Returns. I
Returns.
don't know that I have a strong.
Not the
either
third
way.
Batman.
You're going Returns?
Sure.
Huber, what did you say?
I'll go Dark Knight.
All right, so Returns has it, I guess. Next up was Spider-Verse v. Logan. That's got to be
Oh,
Spider-Verse.
oh,
That's
man,
gotta be.
that's
That's gotta be
so
Spider-Verse,
I'm
dude.
sorry.
That's so hard.
I'm down for whatever. I just love Logan.
Spider-Verse,
I
dude.
love
That
it.
movie's like
I
basically
haven't seen
perfect.
Spider-Verse, so I'll say Logan.
Dude,
Yeah,
you
I
got to
love
see Spider-Verse. That movie's
I
like
know.
basically flawless.
Spider-Verse is pretty good. Yeah.
They're
Pretty
both
flawless.
fantastic movies, though. Okay, what the hell
Love
was
Logan
next?
though.
Incredibles v. Ninja Turtles.
Ninja Turtles.
Turtles.
Okay.
Turtles 1 is endgame levels for me, dude. If I have to pick between those, it's I'm leaving the room.
All right.
I really think Incredibles is a better movie.
Incredibles
but
is
I'm
100%.
Probably better.
Incredibles
I'm
is
okay 'cause they love
1000% a
turtles.
better movie, but we'll give Huber this one. Okay, so semifinals. Winner of 1A was Infinity War versus Batman Returns. That's I mean,
Infinity War.
probably. I think
Yeah.
Infinity War's gonna
Yeah.
take it. So yeah. I'm not gonna-
Yeah.
Infinity War.
Okay, and then this one is Spider-Verse v. Ninja Turtles. Spider-Verse
Spider-Verse.
trounces it.
I'll say Turtles, but I know Spider-Verse will win.
My heart's with Turtles, but my brain's with the Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
Spider-Verse.
Good call, Damiani.
All right, so now it's Infinity War v. Spider-Verse.
Infinity War for me.
It'd be Spider-Verse for me.
I've only seen Infinity War of those, so
Yeah, I feel like I'd have to see them more times or something. I don't know.
Damiani.
Spider-Verse is a flawless film.
Yeah,
True.
flawless.
But I like Infinity War.
Yeah, I mean, I think what's hard for me is like Infinity War feel like like you were saying it's not just the movie itself. It's like everything.
It's an experience.
that's pieced into that movie.
Yep.
But at
Like-
the same time, like Spider-Verse is like actually pushing boundaries in animation that hasn't been done enough. So.
And it's a good story too.
Yeah.
And it is Spider-Verse, probably. Very close.
So, wait, Blood, which did you pick?
IGN came down to Spider-Verse and Endgame. It's hilarious.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I think it's the best, dude. It's not even
Blood,
close.
which did you pick, Blood?
I guess I'll go with Infinity War. Sure.
Damn, wrong choice. Well, Spider-Verse is correct, but we're going Infinity War. Thanks, Robert Lee. Ryan McGuire, congratulations, you won a contest to build your dream vacation home. Where would you build it, and what extras, bells, and whistles would it have? Where would you...
My dream is to live in London, so London.
Oh, yeah.
Tycho.
Vacation home.
vacation.
Oh, it's a
home?
vacation home. Right. Okay.
I don't know.
For me, a vacation home is interesting because I want it to be somewhere that's like easy to get to because I want to use it a lot. I don't want it to just
Right.
sit
Yeah.
there and only go there
Sure.
once a year, you know? Or you have to like take a long vacation there.
If it's practical, and it's like
Yeah.
current situation for me would be San Diego.
Right, or like Idlewild or J-Tree. Well, J-Tree's not my
Yeah.
vibe. I mean, I love J-Tree, but I wouldn't want to live there. It's too hot.
I mean, we still haven't even
Big
visited,
Sur.
but I mean, definitely feel the pull to Ireland for a vacation,
Yeah.
someplace out of the way for sure.
I was reading you can buy a house in a small town in Italy for like $2, but you have to sign a compact to refurbish it within like 3 or 5 years, and that'll cost you like 20 or 30 grand. But like,
Dude,
Still-
it's
That's
cool.
not bad.
it's not
It's
bad.
cool.
Yeah.
It's
got the
cool,
money.
but for like an hour of Infinity War, Thor is like flying around in space trying to get his axe. Like that's cool. But, like
That part
a
did
1 hour
suck.
side quest.
That part did
Endgame
suck.
is so much better.
Huber, we're talking about vacation homes now.
Vacation.
It's already over, Huber.
Well,
You
Marvel
lost.
is the vacation for Huber. So.
Just take
Yeah.
solace that the wrong movie won, and it was one of your precious MCUs.
Huber's vacation home is on Asgard.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wakanda.
Yes.
Wakanda is where you want it.
I don't know. Wakanda might be pretty.
Asgard
pretty
is
hot.
now Wakanda.
Wakanda would be pretty warm. Asgard does seem colder. Cool. Let's see. Demon Swordsman. Hey allies, are you guys worried about the age of your audience? What I mean is a lot of us are a similar age group as the allies and started following you back at GT, but as we get older there's more responsibilities and over time interests change and people move on. On the other hand, younger viewers might find it harder to relate to the allies and your content. So do the allies ever think about this and maintain an audience over the long term? I do think about this actually.
I do think about this too.
I
think
thought
of the
about
day
this.
whenever all of our patrons, Ian, are just like, I'm too old for this. Peace out.
Yeah.
Genshin Impact time.
Or when people in the comments are like, "You're all too old for this."
Yeah.
I do think that we're all, as chat says, pretty young at heart. And
How do we get the kids to watch?
how do we
Tim
get more
Scully in
kids?
chat. I'm 19 and barely found y'all like a month
Got him,
ago.
dude.
Thanks, Tim.
We got
Nice,
the
thank you.
Zoomers,
Welcome
baby. We did it.
aboard.
Welcome.
Wait, who in chat?
Tim
Tim.
Scully.
I thought you said Vin Scully.
Vin Scully, 19-year-old Vin
We got
Scully.
Vin Scully too.
Huber
Huber.
He's
here.
back.
Huber hears. That's a new show. Huber hears.
I mean, that
Here's what Huber wants to hear.
Huber here's that's always Huber.
People throwing their ages out in chat.
Yeah, you don't have to say your age if you don't want to. Chat Sold Kiln
Wait, stop. You don't
says
have to
video
post your
games.
age, chat.
Video games are cross-gen, which is true. Like video games appeal to a lot of different ages, and I think as long as we're having fun and being funny, hopefully, I mean, probably to an extent, like when we all start looking like grandparents, maybe that'll actually. Although there are a lot of really popular gamer grannies, so I think
Yeah.
hopefully we.
Gaming's just getting bigger.
A lot
too,
of people in
so.
their 20s found us. This is awesome.
Yeah, it's great.
Good stuff.
Again, you don't have to say how old you are in chat.
Yeah.
That's fine.
I think we're
If you
getting
want to,
some,
it's fine.
Yeah, if you
we're
want
getting
to,
some
you
meme
can.
answers at this point. But yeah.
I'm 300 years old.
One time on Dawn's recommendation, actually, we were talking about it. I watched Infinity War and Endgame in one sitting, just as one movie. I actually don't recommend doing it that way. It did lose a little steam.
That's a lot of.
You
that's a
gotta
lot of
throw.
movie.
Yeah.
You gotta
yeah,
throw Ant-Man and the Wasp in there
Yeah.
in the middle of it.
Totally. And Captain Marvel, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need that palette color.
I will say
Tef.
that it's one of the things that I think is weird about like YouTube analytics is them like trying to pin down people's age and gender and like you don't know.
Yeah, you don't know. Like
Come on.
who's logged into this computer? You don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
Is there air? You don't know. Tef asks if you could be half hot dog and half human, which half would be which and why? Also, what condiments are best served on a hot dog? Love and respect,
Stop.
boys. P.S. Yes,
What
this
the
is how I choose to spend my $20 subscription. Haha.
Okay.
Yeah, I hate this question.
Condiment
Yeah, no,
wars.
thank you.
No. Before we get to the
like, part
condiment
hot
part of
dog?
this nightmare, which
Oh.
half of your body?
No.
I mean, I guess the easiest answer is bisect yourself vertically, because then you get a hot dog half and a human half with all
And
the
you're
good
like,
shit.
yeah, Two-Face, but hot dog.
Yeah. But bottom half,
Face but hot dog, dude. Two dog.
two dogs.
Two dog.
But does that even make sense? Do you still have legs? Like it's just weird.
You'd
got
have one
one
leg
leg.
and one hot dog leg.
And one.
Oh,
One-
yeah,
is your leg a
that
bun?
way,
The
yeah.
real question is, do you have genitals, or do you have half hot dog genitals?
I think we're spending too long on this.
Oh my.
Yeah,
half and half.
Also,
There you go.
ketchup. Ketchup is the best condiment.
I would-
Oh,
Ketchup's
Ketchup
good.
is so good.
no,
Love
I'm,
ketchup.
I'm mustard hot dog.
Can I use
I
chili?
mean, I put mustard and ketchup on a hot dog, but
When I go
I
to
see.
Dodger Stadium, if I do like you have to do this. This is law. You have to do one ketchup, one mustard and onions.
not
the
no
whole
onions.
world.
Yeah,
Yes.
definitely
I will
onions,
violate that law.
Midwest, I
Best
just
of
do.
everything.
I've had a Dodger dog
Ketchup
in
and
Dodger
mustard,
Stadium, and I
that's
did
it.
not do that.
Damn it, Brad. One
Did not do
ketchup,
that.
one mustard and onions.
I don't want that.
Just ketchup and
I don't
mustard.
do-
Oh,
I don't
separate
do
hot
ketchup
dogs.
on hot dogs.
What?
I see.
Yeah, separate hot dogs.
2 hot dogs?
Two hot dogs.
Two
and an
hot
ice cold
dogs?
beer.
You're gonna have at least 2
With
hot dogs
mustard.
in a baseball game, man.
A
Yeah.
hot
easy.
dog and
Two
an
dogs
ice
is
cold
easy.
beer. What's that
Yeah.
from? Nothing better than a beer in my hand and a hot dog. Wrigley Field on opening day. What's that from?
I don't
I
know.
Oh,
feel
you
like-
didn't rewatch.
I feel like Chevy
Damn it.
Chase would say that.
No, it's relevant. It's recent.
Kong Skull
They were-
Island?
Yeah, Kong
Nice.
Skull Island.
Chat
yeah.
said it.
Nice.
Chat said it.
John C. Riley.
Oh, John C. Reilly. Yeah, I actually rewatched that like a couple of weeks ago. I was thinking of documentary now, and he's like, hot dogs, hot dogs. No one knows that but me, but it's fantastic.
The person
I don't know
asking this has been playing too much Bug Snacks.
Yeah. Next up, Crazy Man 3000. What music choices would you make for a Tony Hawk Pro Skater video game soundtrack? Wow. Well, you need Rage Against the
Well,
Machine on there.
I could answer for Ben.
All-time low.
Oh yeah, he would give Biscuit on there.
Yeah, let me see.
He definitely want Limp Bizkit in there.
Just
Wait, is this a
Godsmack?
modern?
No.
Is this a modern? one?
Let's say modern. Let's say right now.
Yeah.
Little
Dude,
Nas
all-time
X
low.
would be on there.
Fallout Boy.
Oh, you go to hell.
Oh, boy.
Oh, Bad Guy. Billie Eilish would be on there.
We get the weekend in there. Or is
Oh,
that-
The Weeknd's on there.
Matthews Bridge.
The Weeknd would be on there.
Starboy.
Starboy, Blinking
But
Lights, whatever.
I kind of just want to put something
right.
like weird in there, like a classical music song, just to throw the vibe off.
Nils
super
Fram,
hard.
yeah, put Hammers by Nils Fram on there. That'd be good.
Yeah. We gotta get some BTS in there.
BTS, yeah.
That's right.
I mean, pretty much anything. Gnarls Barkley, yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, just chuck it all on there, man. Make it like, you know what you do is you make it like GTA 5 and you have radio stations.
Radio stations,
Oh,
yeah.
sure,
Yep.
So that you can
Yep.
pick your own. But
That's
maybe
yeah.
maybe you theme it like a Walkman and it's like a mixtape, so you like switch
You
the
have
tape
like
out.
playlists.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's what you do.
I want the God of War theme in it though.
Absolutely.
That's like a unlockable.
Do it- you
Unlock
do it like-
Kratos and replace it.
On PC, it's like Quake. You can put your own soundtrack into the game.
Yeah.
Remember Xbox?
Oh,
360,
apparently you
could
can
do
make
that.
playlists in the new Tony Hawk.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Skating with earbuds. Yeah, everyone has AirPods on. All right, Mo Grant asks, "Hey allies, one of my earliest mind-blowing video game moments actually had nothing to do with hands-on gameplay and was instead the first time I saw X-Men vs. Street Fighter at my local game rental spot. See, I was already independently a huge fan of both properties, and I vividly remember just staring at the box while the gears in my 8-year-old brain were furiously spinning, trying to make sense out of what I was looking at, especially since the box art was my favorite X-Men, Cyclops, shaking hands with my
with
day
Ryu,
one SF main Ryu. It truly felt like the universe decided to make that game just for me, and I've been eternally grateful for whatever stars aligned to make that happen. Which brings me to my question this month. What are some of your earliest mind-blowing video game moments that didn't involve direct gameplay? Whether it be an ad/article you saw in a gaming mag, TV commercial, a game a friend had, or even just seeing the box art for a game you previously didn't know about. As always,
this is
keep
easy.
up the great work and happy anniversary. Love and respect, Mo Grant.
Hands in Shenmue, in magazines.
Oh
You
yeah.
would see the veins and all the details of a hand.
Well, even just fingers, really.
I
Yeah.
remember seeing
mind.
the improvements made to Lara Croft in a PSM magazine for I think Tomb Raider 2, and being like, wow, she looks like real life now. I was a horny kid.
Vic Rattler's got mine. Did before the internet, or just before the internet.
Oh yeah.
Didn't like get news in a timely fashion. No idea it existed, even though it was apparently out in Japan at the time. But yeah, watching The Wizard in theaters, and then like Super Mario Bros. 3. What the hell? What? New video game announced in a movie? I was like, the kid, I was just like, Mom, I need this now, please.
So sick.
Seventh guest for sure.
Yeah.
I've seen that was good.
Chat brought this up, but seeing Kingdom Hearts in a magazine for the first time was super weird. The idea of like a Final Fantasy character with Disney characters was such a forward concept to me. I was like just in shock. I was like, what is happening?
Seeing that Game Gear was color blew my mind. Yeah, but the first thing that came to my mind was the commercial for Final Fantasy VII, where it showed the Shinra,
Oh my God,
the pulling
so
out
high
shot,
budget.
melted my
So high
brain.
budget.
I was like, this is real life. Video games look like real life now. Of course, that aged pretty fast, but still.
Yeah, I think kind of along those lines, I'm trying to think about which one I would go with, but they had we used to get like VHS tapes in the 90s.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
would, like
I had-
cover games. Like
yeah.
I had a bunch of Nintendo ones, and I had a Final Fantasy VII one. And so yeah, definitely like the Donkey Kong Country one and the Killer Instinct one and the Final Fantasy VII one were all like very mind blowing to see these games and just look like miles above anything that we'd seen already.
Dude, Blood, I had the Star Fox one, and I think they talked about the Rumble Pack in it.
Oh yeah.
And it was just
Rumble
like,
Pack.
they're like, you could feel the game.
That's
The
shit.
first
Whoa,
time we ever
what?
heard about the treehouse, right? They like got dudes from the treehouse kind of like
Yeah,
doing
something like
bits
that.
in them, and yeah.
Also, just like we shout this out all the time, but there's no feeling like your mom's driving you back home from the mall and you're looking through the manual,
The game
or
manual?
the Prima strategy guide for like Suikoden 2 or something, and just like that feeling of anticipation and like love for the thing you haven't even played yet. Oh man, top tier stuff.
Man, Dreamcast. Every time just blew my mind. The Shenmue hands and also the Shamu
Dude, the
freaking whale in Sonic Adventure.
Right.
Like the
Dude,
most
even the VMU,
VMU.
the VMUs were crazy.
Yep. She was nuts.
Also, just like friends at school telling you about games and stuff, like, or showing you their
Yeah.
Tamagotchi or whatever. That was always fun.
Yeah.
Nothing
Tamagotchi, yeah.
like going to middle school or high school during a Grand Theft Auto release.
Oh my
The best.
God,
The
dude.
rumors.
best.
Yeah, dude.
Everyone was
Just-
talking about it. I
It-
do
like
remember
you,
this.
you get out of a class and like that 5-minute walk to another class, it's like, dude, I gotta find someone and talk about the shit I did in GTA. Like, where are you?
I
What's
remember
going
we would sneak on the computers in, I think, like shop class or something. Some of the computers had GTA on them, like GTA 1, the top down one.
Oh, funny.
I don't know if I've told this story about Huber at GTA 5, but when GTA 5 was coming out one time, we were at Knott's Berry Farm, and Huber was just yelling at random people. I'm not kidding if they were excited for GTA 5.
I was like clapping. I was like, who's pumped?
Yeah. Yeah.
So you've
Just
literally
random
always
people.
been like this. You've always been
Yeah.
like this.
Just screaming, dude.
Just losing his mind. Yeah.
I'll probably do the same for GTA 6.
Yeah.
Go to a
It's
Knott's
so funny
Berry
because this
Farm.
goes back into that question like 10 minutes ago. Like, are you worried about getting too old for your audience? Because I'm like, I have no point did school and GTA ever cross paths in my life.
Oh, really? I would play it at school.
Yeah.
We were playing Drug Wars, that thing where you, like, were a drug dealer. It was like text-based or whatever, Tanks or whatever that was called, and GTA 1 on computers.
Like GTA, Brad, I think is really the only game I would do that for. Like even Village, I wouldn't do it. GTA just
No,
like
it's just, like-
transcends video game boundaries.
Yeah,
where it's
I
it's
imagine,
like-
I imagine you
Well,
on
yeah.
the street screaming, "Are you hyped for
It's
Resident
like
Evil
the
Village?"
biggest.
at some lady, and she has no idea what you're talking about.
Like everyone knew you were talking about.
Drug wars, dude. All right, nearing the end here. Here we go. A couple to go. Ryan Curtin, hey allies, I learned recently that the term shadow drop originated from this group back at Game Trailers. That's true. I mistakenly thought it was an industry-wide term, considering I've heard it used by IGN, kind of funny, and even Keeley himself. I remember when he used that. I mean, it's used by content creators big and small, and even in forums and gaming communities I frequent. So imagine my surprise when I learned EZA gets the credit for it. I've read vague accounts attributing it to Huber or Ian, but can you guys elaborate on the origin? Also, how does it feel to have coined a term that is used across all gaming culture? Happy 5 years, lots of love, and the utmost respect. Keep up the great work.
Wait,
Yeah.
the earliest origin is us? For real?
Yeah, I think I said it.
Is it?
I was there.
I'm pretty sure
I
I
don't-
said it.
I don't. What was it for?
I don't
crazy.
remember what
I don't
was
even
for.
remember.
Yeah.
Keeley
would've
coined
been
the
a
term
GT.
woman girl.
And
Yeah,
like a
it was
pre-show
GT.
at, like,
It was
an
GT.
I just don't
show.
remember.
It was GT time or whatever.
Sure.
But yeah, I don't remember what game it was for. But I'm pretty sure it was me.
Well, it wasn't
But
for a game. It
Huber
was like
there.
saying they should shadow drop something. Right?
Oh, right. Yeah. But yeah, that was us. And when Keeley said it, I
Crazy.
was like, yeah. It's like, whoa. But it's cool because it was organic. Like, it just happened and took off. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Not
But
forced.
I also don't know if like we can necessarily like take the credit because
Yeah,
it
I
could
mean,
just be
who
one of
knows?
those things where it just like like it's a term that multiple people come up with at the same time kind of thing. So,
Yeah, who knows if I got it from somewhere else. If I did,
Let's
I don't
trademark,
know. but-
copyright it.
Trademark. Let's take it.
Let's get
Yeah,
get
let's
paid.
Chet,
Money.
Chet thinks it was about Last Guardian. They thought I was
Sell
saying
it
that it would
to,
be shadow dropped at E3.
Nice.
But anyway, yeah, feels good. Love it. Next up, Alexander Zirinov duplicate post just in case. We got that one already. Yep. Final question, Tim M. Hey allies, what are your favorite and least favorite tropes? Love and
Dude, I
respect.
love tropes.
I mean, least favorite, anything sexist or bigoted or whatever. Like, get that out of town.
honestly, talking
Love
about
tropes.
tropes.
Least favorite trope?
Really don't like to think of things in terms of tropes. Like, I just enjoy it or don't enjoy it. Don't try to like
Sure.
dismiss it
sure.
because it's been done somewhere
love
else.
it.
I don't know.
Well, but that's the thing. Like, I think that the term tropes has taken on like a negative context nowadays. But like, it's like a thing in like art and media and storytelling is like tropes exist for a reason. Like you have archetypal characters and that kind of stuff. Like trope doesn't just mean like bad dumb shit.
I love redemption stories. Someone like midlife crisis, leaving Las Vegas style, giving up on life and then meeting someone that like changes their mind about life, dude.
But then
Bonds.
it's too late and you achieve your original sad goal anyway. Brutal.
I guess this happens in some games, but I really hate in movies where like best friends fight at a certain point
my
in a
God,
movie.
yeah.
Oh God.
Yep.
Then they get back together. at
Every
the end.
Will Ferrell movie ever, I feel like.
Yeah, I mean like all those comedy movies.
That's probably my least favorite like movie trope is when people don't just talk to each other, just tell it like all
sure.
of the Meet the Fockers movies, these are the worst offenders, but like
Yep.
every problem
I can't sit through those movies.
I can't
It's so
either.
hard.
Where a movie where every problem could be solved by two characters just telling each other the truth or calmly explaining something. One like that's how human beings aren't that dysfunctional. Like people can explain things. It drives me up the
also-
wall.
Please normalize a man and a woman being
Friends.
damn it. We don't need to ship every single on-screen pair just because they're in the same frame together.
Yeah. Also, don't kill off gay characters, and let people be just trans or gay and incidental to everything else. Like, yeah.
Straight up.
I guess The Chosen One.
Oh, yeah.
kind of like character archetype. Little sometimes doesn't always do it for me.
Yeah.
You were the chosen one.
You were
Yeah.
supposed to balance the force, not destroy it, or whatever the fuck he says.
You underestimate my power.
You got no
Tropes.
legs, Anakin. Well,
Dude, punished Hayden Christensen and Obi-Wan. I'm so pumped.
oh, dude.
He's getting
So
another shot.
pumped. Oh
Do we
my
know
God.
when that?
Now's your time, Hayden.
Hype.
Now's your
Hype.
time to redeem yourself.
So pumped.
Do we know when that takes place? Because, like,
10 years after Revenge of the Sith, confirmed.
but he's in the suit already then.
It's gonna be some fucking force vision or something.
Take his take his helmet off.
He'll take his helmet off, yeah, and
But he
he'll be
needs
like
it to breathe.
bald
Oh.
Hayden.
He'll be in his
He'll just have
little
it off for a
like
second.
pod thing.
Yeah, where the helmet goes over. Yeah.
I don't know. All right. Thank you, everyone. This has been the Q&A. If you want to take part in this madness, join the $20 tier on our Patreon, patreon.com/EZAllies. We take submissions from that at that tier. I've had fun. I hope you had fun. And you watching at home have had fun. We will be back in a month for Q&A. But Bloodworth, what have we got coming up in real life this week?
Let me get to the front
And
page.
next week.
Yeah.
Check EZAllies.com for listings
Yes.
in your local time zone.
Yep, the schedule.
We got God of War coming up tomorrow. We got Vanquish coming up Sunday.
Yeah.
We're going to be shooting the podcast right after this, so hopefully Ben's power comes back.
Yeah, I didn't think of that. He's supposed to be on that.
Community Showcase is on Monday with Huber, so that'll be fun. Ben's going to spend money on Genshin Impact, so that'll be fun. Star Wars Republic Commando is going to be group stream, so hopefully Jones can turn off the music, since that's the only thing we've been DMCA'd on is Star Wars music.
It's April, so that means Resident Evil Showcase imminent.
Yep.
Ooh, yeah.
Imminent.
Probably, yeah.
Made in
coming.
combat demo. Imminent.
Combat.
Yeah.
The maidens combat.
And
Same
Achieve It
deadly, you just
Yourself we'll be continuing every week for the next few weeks.
Achieve It Yourself.
So become a patron to check that out. And you can go to EZAllies.com and go to the exclusive page to see everything that you get as a patron. All that stuff is listed there. That's the easiest way to find it. Sometimes people don't realize that page exists, but it's way, way, way easier than trying to search for things on Patreon itself. So
Patreon's a damn confusing website sometimes.
yeah.
Love it to bits, but whew. All right, everyone. Thanks so much. We will see you soon.
Yeah, see you tomorrow.
Bye. Thank you, mods, and everyone for joining us live. Okay, bye.